This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This is a PSA, or public sock announcement. Experts have declared Bombas socks as the best way to warm up chilly feet. These pairs are super cushy, soft, and designed for maximum coziness. Plus, for every pair purchased, another pair will be donated, so someone in need of essential clothing can stay warm this winter. Go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
The steam begins to rise, it slowly effervesces. Leaves are crinkling under sweet caresses. I cherish this moment of natural bliss. Nothing's missing when I'm pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Come on, America. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. There you go. You know a rock, a bush, a shrubbery, a tree. You can go anywhere you please. There's so many things that you can christen. So make it like your mission and just start pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. You know my favorite place is in the virgin snow. You find a fresh canvas and let it flow. Sign your name and watch it glisten. Unless you're in Alaska, then your task is to go faster, 'cause it freezes and you have to walk backwards while you're pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Pissing outside. Nice. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Because the grass is always greener when you water with your wiener outside.
Good morning! Hello, 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 hello. It's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, chick.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee.
Ba-da-da.
And here's Tom Griswold, who likes big horns.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny butts and big horns.
Thank you very much. That sounds like,
what?
Could be a morning show.
Tiny butt
and bighorn.
What is it? You can't trust a big butt and a smile.
I haven't heard that.
Isn't that Belle Biv DeVoe?
What?
Poison.
Yep.
I don't remember Can't Trust a Big Butt and a Smile. I love that.
You got me.
Poison.
I love that song, man. I don't know.
I love Poison.
I love how I missed that lyric.
Bell Biv DeVoe.
Now you know.
Now you know. We're Bell Biv DeVoe.
Well, thank you very much, Bill.
Biv and DeVoe.
Yeah.
Not Bell Biv
three
DeVoe.
of them, yeah.
Boy, oh boy, you're lost. They used to be on Boys to Men, I think, but Bell Biv and DeVoe. We'll get this verified.
New edition.
There you go, new edition. There you go.
Thank you very much. I have no idea what you're talking about. Patty G.
Yes, sir.
I thought we'd, after a stellar day yesterday, I thought we would continue to.
I made a bunch of mistakes.
No, that was
nice.
a fine show. I don't know why you're beating yourself up.
That's right.
That's what he does.
Assuage Godwin. Here we go.
We have a couple of.
Everything's fine.
A couple of nice songs coming up today. Fascinating things in the world of news, and I'll get a little sports update from Chick McGee.
NFL schedule's out. I'm sure everybody watched it last night, all 2 hours, seeing what week was what. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Ace says 3 hours. He walks in, and I mentioned a game, and he goes, "Oh, really? I didn't see that," which was rare for him to admit that he doesn't know something.
I do that probably twice a year.
So there was a 3-hour show about the schedule?
It seems like it's more than that.
Was it on it was a primetime special?
NFL Network.
Okay.
I'm surprised it wasn't on ABC.
I am a little
or
too.
one of the networks. They're putting everything on the main networks.
You happy with your schedule?
I haven't really given it a look. But
okay.
This is feigned interest.
Oh.
I see. I know they're playing on Thanksgiving. That's about it. I saw that. And one national game. One evening game, nighttime game.
This is your Washington Football Club?
Yeah.
And then, interestingly enough, there's going to be a Black Friday game.
Yep.
I don't know what's interesting about that, but I think it's about time we have football games every day of the week.
Oh, for goodness sake.
That's for goodness sake, in a positive way.
Well, a Black Friday game makes sense.
Yeah. Everybody gets up
Everybody's
early.
off that day.
Everybody gets up early, goes shopping, comes home.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, is that the only new thing? Isn't there something about limited? They're not limiting evening games or some such thing. I mean,
No. Well,
3-hour show. I
actually, they're not going to have 4 quarters this year. It's going to
What?
All right.
It's going to be 6 smaller quarters.
Okay, so I'm getting no information.
I know your Raiders play on New Year's Eve. Ace, you could see that game.
I know that.
Yep.
He did not. That's the one he was not aware of.
Oh, really?
Actually.
No, I knew they were playing, but I didn't know what date
it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was only partially wrong. Let's get that straight.
Okay, well, we may or may not be reviewing the 3 hours of NFL scheduling.
Let me ask
I'm
you
not
something.
sure.
If we reviewed the 3 hours of scheduling, how much time do you think you could give me? 30 seconds? 15 seconds?
What time? The big deal on Sports Talk was always, how many national games will the Jets have because of Aaron Rodgers?
And how many?
Well, he opens up Monday Night Football with the Bills. There you go.
There's an interesting fact. Hasn't it been something like 10 years since the Jets had a primetime game?
I don't know that.
Fairly staggering
That doesn't sound right.
Well, yeah, again,
they were in the playoffs
was
not
very
that long
busy
ago.
and didn't watch the scheduling.
That's a heck of a game because the Bills are.
Wait a minute. So I'm getting criticized.
Yep.
For not watching something that he has absolutely no interest in.
That's correct.
That's right.
That's what you opened up with.
No, I said the NFL they announced their schedule. That's all I said. I didn't want to know.
Your job is to distill that 3 hours into a few interesting facts.
If you think that's my job, we've got more problems. And you're living in a fool's paradise.
The perception of everyone else.
Really? Yeah, because when they think of sports, Chick McGee knows what's going on in sports. Let's tune him in. You really think that, you incredible idiot?
I really am fully aware of your levels of uninterest and incompetence.
Are you tired today?
Yeah. No, I just woke up from a nap.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
You took a nap? You know,
nice.
all of a sudden,
where you went.
I was a champion of
I
your
wondered
naps.
where he went too.
But every time you wake up, you're in a crappy mood. So maybe you either got to start napping earlier or just stay asleep.
Came in here a while back.
Jeez.
Got some work done. Took a quick 20 winks.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
I feel like
rip
a
your heart
song.
out. Yeah.
I feel like a song.
You look like a song.
Interesting news story yesterday. Yesterday was a great day for the news. One in which a guy chose to he got himself arrested by...
Do you know any facts in this story? You seem to be meandering.
No. I'll give you the facts.
What story?
What story are you talking about? I got to sing something.
Any interesting facts in this?
The guy's 51 years old.
Okay, he's a guy.
His name is Christopher Harris. I'll handle this. He was allegedly viewing porn on his phone by the pool at his apartment complex.
That's right.
The Palms of Clearwater, which here and after will be known as the Airy Palms of Clearwater.
Watch this, Christy. Isn't this, this isn't news, this is ancient history, isn't it? Didn't this happen like 2 days ago?
Multiple officers responded to a 911 call. Apparently the other folks at the pool were not pleased. This guy was apparently, witnesses say, quote, pulled his pants down.
He queefed?
He pulled his pants down, began to masturbate to a pornographic video on his cell phone. By the way, he had connected it to a Bluetooth speaker, so it was being broadcast throughout the area.
Now, how does this not happen more often? How does people don't publicly do that with their phones? It's right. It's right there.
Yeah, you could.
Absolutely.
In any event,
this should happen every day.
This perv got arrested for pleasuring himself by the pool, charged with exposure of sexual organs. He reportedly told police, by the way, quote, playing with himself is something he does when he's intoxicated and does stupid things. Now, Pat, you had a really touching tribute to this guy.
I thought this was a one-off. What the heck? Let's make it a hit. I like to get drunk and do dumb things, but this takes the cake. Didn't think people could see me when I gave it a shake. I was by the pool with my pants down and no one around. Thank you, Josh. But my iPhone was hooked to a speaker making moaning sounds. I'm whacking in sunshine. Oh, yes, whacking in sunshine. Oh, there by the poolside. Whoa, polishing wood. Hey, all right now. Cops cuffed me good. Hey, for whacking in sunshine. Oh, you know I was having that myself.
That's some pool noodle, mister.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
They cuffed him good.
Cuffed him real good.
Oh, yes. They're practicing his stroke.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, that is so gross. But
love is love.
Seems natural to me.
And no one should be a benefit of your love more than yourself.
Self-love is very important.
Very important.
Okay.
Can't love others if you don't love yourself.
Instead of napping this morning, you should have had at yourself.
Yeah.
You got to figure yourself out.
Yeah.
What you
Maybe
like,
you'd be
what you don't like.
Maybe you'd be in a better mood after you cranked one out.
Quietly
that door.
sleeping at a nice little nap. Felt really
Did you have a
good.
dream? Did you get a dream in?
I don't know.
I had a dream last night. I met Cheech Marin.
Is that right?
Yes, and I'd really like to meet in real life, and
Well, maybe that means it's going to happen.
I hope so. It was a pleasant discussion.
He's been in here a couple times.
Yeah, I hope we get him back in.
Very nice guy. And very funny. Also a really good actor.
We were
And art
analyzing a
collector.
joke.
Oh, what joke were you analyzing?
I can't remember it. I'm so sorry, but it was a classic old joke, and I was like, "Man, that thing still works." And he's like, "Yes," and here's why. And we talked about it.
Oh, that's good.
I think he was. You said he was a good actor. I think he was nominated for Up in Smoke. I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
He didn't win that year, though.
Done some other fine roles.
And he was overlooked by the Academy for the Corsican brothers.
I think.
Yeah, he was
Corsican, rather.
He might be able to teach a course on sidling up to stars and being able to worm his way into
He's had a couple. Didn't you ever see
good in that
Born
golf.
in East L.A.?
That was good.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Nash Bridges.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, well,
Great
let's just
tin
move
cup.
forward here.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't make the show because Cheech is in it. I can tell you that.
Coming up in the news, Christy?
Well, we have a whole lot of animal news today. We have a bear in the news. We have a big, huge turtle in the news. We have a goat
I
in
didn't
the
know what-
news. We have
Hey, Tom, There's a big, huge turtle in the
Turtle.
I know, but
How do you think I get a reaction anymore? A boat falling off of a truck causes a problem.
It's a nice boat, too.
You know, that's a fear of mine. Driving behind those big
Stacks of
semis
boats?
that have boats or cars on them,
Yeah, me
that it's
too.
going to fall off. Don't you ever think about that?
Slide back and crush your
Yeah.
car.
Oh, yikes. But back up a little bit, then. Parnelli. Stop tailgating,
That's
Parnelli.
my fault.
Right now, we had a great thing yesterday. Jess Hooker came in and she made us a special meal from Hello Fresh. God, that was great.
Firecracker meatballs.
They were so good. And
They were.
We had clam chowder, firecracker meatballs. And that was just one of the many things that you can get this past week from HelloFresh. Every week, HelloFresh offers 40-plus recipes. And they don't just give you the recipe. They buy the food and they measure the food, and you get the kit and put it together. She said it was a 10 minutes to throw that thing together, and God, were they good. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16 is where you get this very special offer. And HelloFresh can make dinner time or lunchtime a snap. Once again, they do the shopping, and it saves you a ton of time. They do the measuring. Fun to put together, and you're getting restaurant-quality food. And by the way, an entire array of items are available every week, from fit and wholesome to good old-fashioned family-friendly to, on the other extreme, I guess, vegetarian or pescatarian, whatever you're into. By the way, you can swap proteins. And something really special this week, and this month, I should say, celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. They've got authentic recipes created by a chef from the famous Tagmo restaurant in New York City. His name is Serbi Sani. So if you're into that kind of food, well, you can prepare it yourself, courtesy of HelloFresh. Once again, 16 free meals and free shipping with this very special offer. The code is BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Once again, BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, what's that in your sewer? Uh-oh. Also, we've got a couple cool world records. And some boys taking their parents' car for a joyride.
And Christy's going to do the world record because it's obviously female. And I refuse.
Okay.
Well, okay.
How many tampons can be?
No.
Wedding dressers.
Okay. And
Fear of weddings,
we have a
Dave?
verdict about the cheating fisherman, Josh. Did I call you Jock?
Yeah,
Hey,
which is
Jock.
the first time that's ever happened.
It's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations. I'm no tech genius, but I knew if I wanted my business to crush it, I'd need a website now. Thankfully, Bluehost made it easy. I customized, optimized, and monetized everything exactly how I wanted with AI. In minutes, my site was set up. I couldn't believe it. The search engine tools even helped me get more site visitors. Whatever your passion is, you can set it up with Bluehost. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, what have you got to lose? Head to Bluehost.com to start now.
The Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steve the Singer sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. We have a lot to get to. Coming up, by the way, comedian Johnny W. will be joining us. Look forward to meeting Johnny, the man, the guitar. Mm-hmm. We've also got a guitar in there with Pat Godwin. But right now we turn to the sports page with Chick McGee. What's going on over there?
NBA last night, Jason Tatum. They call him the Tater.
They do?
No one calls him the Tater yet. That's like a natural. Look at that. Look at the Tater go. You know? Boy, the Tater's hot tonight.
I don't think it sounds that cool.
No?
Yeah, I mean,
as nicknames go, Tater wouldn't be.
I don't think it is that cool.
No.
But
what was Ron White's nickname?
Tater
salad.
Tater salad.
Oh.
Which was
see that,
but he's not like an athlete, and they're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's.
Did you have a cool one of your most outstanding athletes there at U.S. school? Did that any of them have a name like the Intimidator?
No.
Did you have a football team?
Of course.
Of course.
Not of course. A lot of.
Okay. Yeah, no, we did. Of course.
Okay.
Was it an intramural? Did you play other
No,
Flag?
I was not on the football team. No, Mr. Godwin was on a state champion football team. Is that correct?
Well, we didnn't have an official thing. We were picked as number one. There was no. Now in Pennsylvania they have playoffs.
Begin.
There's no lies. There were no playoffs back then.
And what were you? The Spaniels? What were you?
Mountaineers.
Mountaineers.
Ah.
I was a flanker and I ran back kicks and punts.
He was a flanker such a long time
Did
ago.
you guys go undefeated?
They called him
11-0. Yeah,
They called
my
them
sophomore
flankers.
year.
They called them flankers. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
You know what a flanker is?
You weren't on the line.
Gary Collins, Cleveland Browns, world
flanker.
champion Cleveland Browns. Dr. Frank Ryan,
One year before
Jim Brown,
wide receiver. 1 year before the Super Bowl started.
It's a shame. But sorry, back to you.
Anyway, Jason Tatum missed his first 6 3-pointers, and then he got himself together for the fourth quarter, Tom. Drilled 2 straight clutch threes late in the game, pushed the Celtics past the Sixers in Philly, 95-86. You know what that means? We got Game 7 at Boston Garden, Tom. Anything can happen. And then last night, Denver dispatched the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. Denver wins by 25.
Whoa.
For the second year in a row, the Suns have been spanked out of the playoffs. Ooh. So they said, spank you very much.
They did, didn't they?
Lakers coach Darvin Ham and Cheese said he expects Anthony Davis to play tonight in Los Angeles, adding that the 8-time All-Star big man not showing any signs of anything.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good at all, I don't think.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, you got it. He's in concussion protocol, but as they made clear yesterday, of course, we all know this, whatever sport it is, it's not up to the Lakers or the Lakers doctors or the coach or the player. It's up to the independent doctor examining the player, whether he's ready to go or not.
And whether or not they pay him enough to say that he's good to play.
And whether or not they
hand him some cold cash.
That's right.
Go ahead and let him play. No. We all know winning is more important than brain health.
He ain't wrong.
A friend of mine does this, and they are totally independent.
Examines the brain.
Jeez. If he didn't have a stupid friend that did this, he'd be on this joke so hard.
That was a joke?
You know you'd be on the side of these guys taking money.
I'm just glad.
I guarantee your friend does too. I don't care who he is.
Like somebody else.
Oh, God. That's slander.
NFL schedule announced yesterday. Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs will kick off the season. Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef. I watched the Bear. Thank you. It'll be the Chiefs and the Detroit Lions to kick off the NFL season. And then the Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch on Monday Night Football in Week 11 between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Aaron Rodgers makes his New York Jets debut in the first Monday Night Football game of the season against the Bills and later faces the Dolphins in the NFL's first Black Friday game on November 24th. Thanks to Rodgers' arrival in the Big Apple, the Jets will have 6 nationally televised games, including their first Sunday night game since 2011.
So they're really counting on this team working.
Yeah.
1st. That's right. And you remember the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles is Jalen Hurts. This is going to.
You put a lot into that.
This is going to seem like it's going to go a lot slower unless you guys start diving in.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
I enjoyed that very much.
I really do think I feel like we've responded to that.
Sure.
What's his name?
Jalen Hurts.
Well,
maybe you need to have someone count in.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tom's producing it out.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's if they lose.
Oh, I see.
And as they're marching out, Jalen Hurts.
Very good.
I don't know. I know about you. I'm nailing that. I can't get any better. How dare you laugh right in my face?
What's the name of the lead singer of Nazareth?
Dan McCafferty.
Dan McCafferty.
Is that right? You think he's proud of me singing like him? Here's
Is he
Tom.
still around, Ace?
Did he pass away?
I think he passed, yeah.
Oh, oops.
What did he pass?
He had retired like 10 years ago and hired his own replacement.
Really?
Oh, okay.
That sounds familiar. Someone would want control of... What do you got over there? You're looking at a pizza paper.
Well, we had an interesting story yesterday about Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson has had the hiccups, what was it, for about a year?
Yep.
More than that, a little longer than that, I think.
And he is apparently having some kind of surgical procedure. He didn't elaborate too much on it, but he was on a radio show, and I'm not exactly sure where it was, but it's the call letters are WJOX.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Jocks.
great.
Those are great
call letters.
Yeah.
Rockin' on the Jocks.
Yeah.
He said, I've tried everything to get rid of the hiccups. Bo is now 60 years old. He said, I've done everything. Scare me, hang upside down, drink water, smell the ass of a porcupine, which that's just like poetry. When you think about the complexity of smelling the ass of a porcupine. First, you got to catch one.
Yeah.
Then you got to get like really good gloves because you got to flip the thing around. They probably will, besides the prickers on them, what do they call them?
No,
they don't
right.
call them that.
No, prickers. You're right.
You know, the
needles?
Spines.
Quills is
Quills,
out there.
yeah.
Quills seems like a good word.
Yeah, I
there.
think quills, yeah.
Yeah, then you gotta flip the thing around and take a big sniff of its butt. And I'm not sure.
That's not a thing.
That isn't a thing. Well, that's what
No.
Bo Jackson said it was.
Well,
No, he didn't.
No, he meant it as a folksy kind of
sarcastic. He was being
over
funny.
the top remark.
Okay. Well, we have a nice
Bo
letter.
Jackson.
We have actually a letter from a friend of Bo Jackson, which I'll get to in just a second. But this letter from Diane, she goes, "Sex is the cure for hiccups. It changes the motion of the diaphragm.
Oh, it
It's
changes
worked every time for me."
the motion.
Oh,
of the
okay.
ocean.
That's right.
I think it's cute that Diane thinks Bo Jackson
Doesn't have sex.
hasn't had sex in the last year and a half.
Poor Bo.
Yeah, I think Bo knows. Bo knows. I believe.
Bo knows that sweet Bo.
Yeah. But we actually do honestly have a letter from a friend of Bo Jackson
Cool.
that says he's a really great guy.
Did we?
I have no doubt.
Well.
Did we check this out, or does he just say he's a friend of Bo Jackson?
I bet he did. They have no reason to make this up.
Yeah, he do. He
Sure
got
he
on
does.
the air.
Hey, I fooled Tom.
Yeah.
I told him I'm a friend of Bo Jackson.
People lie about being from Michigan to get on the show.
Yeah, they sure do.
He goes, "Hey there, I've enjoyed your porcupine's butt program." So he gets it. Because I've had the privilege of working on Bo Jackson's charity bike ride in Alabama the last 12 years. I've gotten to know him pretty well.
Good.
He made the joke about the porcupine's ass after relaying all the home remedies he has tried since he's had the hiccups for almost a year now. Bo keeps a very low profile, but remembers all the famous plays. He gets asked about them all the time. Fortunately, he's a great storyteller and relives them for those who ask. Chick was talking about the famous one where he climbs the wall when he's playing baseball.
He was in the outfield. Yeah, I caught the ball like Spider-Man, a real-life Spider-Man.
Thank you, Todd, for taking the time to write us a note.
Yes, thanks, Todd.
Nice to know that Bo's a cool guy, and good luck getting rid of the hiccups.
And Todd, give us your address. We have some things we'd like signed.
I'm sorry. Back to you.
Dear people, all these years thinking to myself, thank God I'm not like Tom. And then he snuck in and got me.
Oh, boy.
I was trying to tell someone about these speed bump things I got installed in my garage so that I always, when I pull in, stop right where I'm supposed to.
Okay.
Sure.
But I couldn't remember the word garage.
Oh.
So I said car house. I hope Tom has an extra room in his new house because now he's got company. I'm just like him. That's
Excellent.
Yeah, see, that'll happen.
We all have those
saying
moments.
something and you just can't remember that word.
And this is from Brian. I work in a fabrication shop in southern Indiana. We have a big Bluetooth speaker in the shop that we take turns playing our music.
No.
Uh-huh.
Our forklift driver was playing his music and stopped to go to the bathroom. After a minute, the music stopped and the porn started.
No.
All you could hear throughout the building is some lady moaning and screaming with the slaps of bodies hitting each other.
Whoa.
He came out 10 minutes later to a standing ovation. Thanks for the great morning.
Was the guy taking a little personal break?
Apparently.
10 minutes.
Wow.
What's wrong with 10 minutes? You know, Edging. Isn't that edging? I think so. NHL last night. Hang on. That's right. Overtime. Carolina. The Canes beat New Jersey 3-2 and Dallas over Seattle 5-2. I've never been able to skate.
Really? Ice or roller?
Either one.
Really?
Either one.
You have weak ankles?
Can you skate? I have very weak ankles.
I pronate.
I used to skate all the time.
Really? That's nice. Roller and ice?
No, not roller.
Not roller. Okay.
No, ice skates.
Okay.
Roller was beneath him.
No, it just wasn't something we did. I mean,
I see.
Obviously, roller skate technology switched out about late 70s when they suddenly had the rubberized wheels and the kind of revolutionized skateboarding and roller skating.
So did you skate over to
well, the compound wheels? Anyone who has even the slightest knowledge knows what I'm talking about. I assume most of you probably.
No, when I was younger, we had some roller skates that they weren't actual skates. They attached to your shoe.
Sure.
And
they
were completely metal.
Metal, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'd use a key to tighten them up.
Man,
yeah,
tighten them
up on
they
your
sucked.
shoe.
Those wheels were terrible. They were not that compound.
I think the compound wheels came around in the late 70s.
Aren't you? Didn't you have what's your girlfriend like Francine or something? What was her?
Francine.
Yeah, you remember you were with Francine for a few years.
Talk about it all the time.
About,
some girlfriend. I bet you went over there to skate at her house. You skated into
she
the
had her own
woods.
ice skating pond.
Yeah, she had her own pond.
Long scarf.
No.
Her
She had a muff.
Her
She had a
father
muffin.
owned.
I never got a whiff or a look.
You remember her father owned most of the Eastern Seaboard. You remember?
None of this is true.
yeah, you remember. You showed us pictures.
Of course.
You held her elbow while she had her
That's
head.
right.
He's still pine for
And then,
Sandy Blonde, come on.
And you had that conversation. She said, "Have you heard?" And you go, "Oh my God, what, Francine?" And she goes, "Well, there are minorities moving in." You remember that? You remember that?
It's unbelievable.
And your family left, and that was the last you saw of her.
Your girls would love roller skating.
And Francine, man, she was good with kids.
Yeah,
We
Francine.
talk about her all the time how
Mary
nurturing
Poppins.
she was.
Mary Poppins of all his girlfriends.
My brothers and I, the four of us, would go roller skate in our basement, listening to music. And
With those metal wheeled skates?
we eventually got better skates,
Oh, okay,
but
good.
I'm convinced upstairs my dad would look at my mom and go, "We need to."
paradise down there.
He would look at my mom for sure and go, "Can we do something about that?"
Down there playing grab ass in the dark with your
I'm
brother.
gonna go buy a football.
Did you have a disco ball too? You had your own little roller
did
disco
not.
cave?
No, we had a record player.
Did you or do you know of anyone that went to see Starlight Express?
I do know people.
I know.
I know people.
No.
When
That
I
was
was
the Broadway show on roller skates?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I never went.
And just the crazy lights and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
When
yeah.
it was showing in London when I went to school there for a semester, and
No
some
kidding.
friends went. I was like, I can't. I'm not spending money on it.
When Ava was in college in Chicago, we went to see Xanadu on roller skates at a small community theater in Lincoln Park. It was
Xanadu, the
something.
flop movie they made into a play?
Yes.
Actually,
Did you
more
love it?
suc-
Was it good?
It was a
Wasn't
lot of
it more
fun.
successful in a play than it was as a movie.
Yeah,
I think?
it was a lot of fun.
Well, yesterday we also got on the topic of, for some reason, of burning poison ivy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Turns out it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Apparently, if you breathe in the fumes, we had a number of emails from people who had terrible, terrible times. This one, also, this guy got poison oak in his underwear and his tongue. Not obviously.
How did he get it on his tongue? Was he licking his underwear?
I don't know. He had to get steroids to clear it up, but it didn't clear up fast enough.
Oh, boy.
Yikes. But yeah, if you're a campfire, make sure you don't throw poison ivy on that. We had some pretty serious problems that people had from that. Now, coming up in the news, we have some interesting stuff about animals today. A couple of really good wedding stories. I know, Christy, you're planning your weddings. I know it's top secret. But
And the story that stuck with me this morning is, boy, if you're vegan, you better watch where you move, what neighborhood you move into, I guess.
Well, I saw that story yesterday.
Yeah.
people are
Can you
upset.
believe?
Yeah. Now, at this point in the show,
Yeah.
we say that coming up, we have some cool stuff, including comedian Johnny W. We'll look forward to meeting Johnny. I'll also remind you that Josh has been working on his house. and you've got some stuff been done on your roof, and now you've been getting some other things done, and you got to get some help. So you've been calling Angie. Tell me more.
Yes, Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. Angie doesn't just get your home projects done. Angie gets them done well. You know there's a difference. Angie, your home personal expert. Angie served 150 million consumers to date with over 220,000 pros in their network. In other words, you're going to find exactly who you need to get the project you want done correctly. I love Angie. Angie makes it easy to research, compare, and hire pros to ensure a job done well with just a few taps in the Angie app or clicks on the site. It's real simple. They ask you a few questions. You type in what it is you're looking for. They get fairly specific, so you don't waste your time just wandering around the place. No way. They find the pro you need right away. You can have Angie tackle your home service project from start to finish. And you can go on there and research and connect with local pros for a specific project. I know our good friend Jessica Alsman needs some mailbox work done. She's going on Angie to see exactly who can help her out. Angie can get a fair price for your project. That's big. Angie has projects priced up front. They clearly lay out the cost before you buy. No sticker shock when that invoice is handed to you. Angie, my go-to for all types of projects. Small repairs, major remodels. There are hundreds of things Angie can do. Angie, my go-to for anything I need to get done around the house. Download the free Angie mobile app today. Or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Thank you, Angie. Get the help that you need. Coming up, we have LeBron in the news, and we have a very unusual story for you motorcycle enthusiasts that also happen to be enthusiasts of beer.
Oh,
the two together. We'll find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey there, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
hello.
He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. He has a letter.
A little bit of clarity here.
Oh,
Good.
finally.
Perfect, yeah.
Well, yesterday we saw a photograph of a vanity plate someone sent us. You'll recall. Do you remember what the plate said, Christy?
The one that was sent to us said it was
I remember
something Fister.
Yes, it was Fister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the brevity.
Fister.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
And I think we can now stand at least enlightened as to what that means.
What does it mean?
It's an Army thing. It means fire support team.
Oh.
Those folks are called Fisters.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So that's how it gets on a license plate?
Well, I mean but that's what I would imagine is what the fellow or the person in that automobile
Was going for.
Yeah,
not some maple thorn.
Yeah, thank you. just trying to clear that up. So, thanks for the clarity.
Two people love each other very much.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Of course, that leads us to this.
Mr. Fister! Oh! Mr. Fister!
God, that nice.
All that does is make me want to hear the whole thing. I got to see
How does the whole thing go?
You never
a little something like that.
I've never heard it.
But I promised we'd play this yesterday, and I never got to it because Mother's Day is coming up this weekend.
Sunday, yeah.
It's Sunday. I hope you did what we asked you to do. I hope you've got yourself covered for Mother's Day. But speaking of moms, this is a little piece featuring Maria Bamford.
Are you tired of that impersonal, annoying voice on your GPS navigation system? They simply bark out driving directions at you for hours on end.
Turn left on New Milford Road West.
Well, Frigamall Electronics has a whole new way to travel with someone who really cares about you. This is MomStar. To show you just how great MomStar works, we installed it in the Bob and Tom radio station van. Let's listen in to see how they liked it.
Okay. Hello, navigator. I need directions to the closest Starbucks.
Starbucks? Sweetie, don't you think you've had enough caffeine today? You should get some rest. I'll just program the way directly to your house for nap time.
No. I have a million things to do. Fine. I can skip Starbucks. Program the route to the studio. I have a few songs I've got to finish working on.
All work and no play makes Tommy a dull boy. You've been working so hard all week. How about a nice afternoon movie? It looks like that new romantic comedy is playing at the Cineplex. I'll just put that as your destination.
A movie? No way. I'm too busy for that.
Yes, I know, dear. You're very busy and very important.
Well, let's go to the bank and the gas station first. You got those locations programmed?
Of course I do, dear. However, there's an armored car at the bank and a tanker truck at the gas station. Is that okay?
No. Skip them both. Those are very dangerous situations.
Listen, Tom, I'm going to take you on a little detour to Dr. Friedrich's office. He's a very good therapist, and I think he can help you.
I don't need therapy. I need coffee.
Now, just turn up left here. Dr. Friedrich's is on the
I really don't think that...
I said turn left!
Yes, ma'am.
No one knows you like your mom star.
Alrighty, Navigator. I've got a big afternoon planned. Get me to the liquor store, the bus station, the pharmacy, and the nearest drive-through burger joint.
Oh, honey, that's no good. I programmed to drive straight to the gym. We'll be there in 5 minutes.
Mind your own business, lady. Look, there's a drugstore right over there. I don't need no directions.
You don't need an entire case of hand lotion either. Now just get in the right lane and hit the gym, okay, sweetie?
No, I don't want to go to the gym.
Honey, do you need a hug?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, I need you to shut up and do what I tell you to do. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
The new MomStar navigation system from Frigamel Electronics. She'll tell you where to go, how to go, when to go, why to go.
Don't you think this bit has gone on long enough? Yeah. Finish up and get back to work now.
Yes, ma'am.
A little bit of MomStar. Thank you very much. Now, we turn back to the sports page with Chick McGee. What else is going on over there?
An LA Lakers fan has had the image of LeBron James shaved into the back of his head. Illinois hairstylist Miguel Rosas gave the fan the unusual hairdo. He said it took him 2 hours to craft the piece. He calls it not LeBron, but La Haircut.
Oh, really?
How
about that?
It's great.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's great.
Have you seen this thing?
I have.
No.
It's really well done.
Pass. And I have tattoos. Pass.
It covers the entire back of his head.
Cool.
The way they leave the hair there for his mustache and the beard.
Yeah, and the mustache and the beard.
Yeah.
So in other words, am I describing this properly? The entire back of his head.
I'm looking it up.
Yes. You go, wow.
You'll go, wow.
It's really funny.
Does it look
wow.
like? Does it look like from a certain angle?
There
it
you go, Chick.
It is. I don't want to see it. It's LeBron walking the other way.
It really is pretty good.
It's very elaborate.
Whoa. I mean, it's wild that it can look so good with just hair.
And yeah, it's got to be really tricky. This is like the equivalent of making a sculpture out of a giant block of marble, where the sculpture was in there the entire time, and the artist had to.
An amazing sculpture made by an artist. This is exactly the same thing.
Looks good. It looks almost as good as the tattoo that Xi Jinping has on his ass of LeBron kissing it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? The man loves China. Would do anything for him.
So now it's just hair, though, right? It's not tattoo.
No, it's just hair.
So it's going to grow out then.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's in honor of the playoffs.
I don't know how he did it. That took skill.
Well, yeah.
It's like a 3-dimensional sculpture, but it's made of hair.
If you would have asked me, do you think Tom will think this is amazing? I would have guessed no all day long. And here you are.
We've been wrong about him this morning.
Yeah. This is amazing. It'll make you go, wow.
It's quite clever, I think.
You ever had any fancy designs put in your hair? Anybody?
No.
Never had my eyebrow shaved for no reason. Don't they do that like a line in it or something?
One year on the show, I had my eyebrow decorated as a Christmas tree.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. That looked pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to say sexy.
Oh.
It's fun. We'll post a picture of this thing. Good for this guy. La Haircut. It's LeBron once again carved in the back of this guy's head I mean, it's got some dimension to it, so there is a shading based on the length of the hair.
What if someone gets the Bob and Tom logo shaved in the back of their head? Would you go visit them or say hi?
I'd enjoy it. Look at a nice picture of it.
Send them a note.
They could do
Thanks a lot.
They could do Chick McGee in the back of there.
Plenty of hack radio contests with that sort of thing happening there.
No. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's just like sculptures.
Maybe we could have them do Chick McGee in their pubes. Although your nose isn't big enough. For a fella.
In their pubes.
The suggestion is the nose
would be the...
What you must think of me.
Well, see, the nose would be... If we're a guy.
Right.
I mean, ladies.
Yeah.
Then Chick's nose is too big.
Although his chin isn't that pointy.
There are women with...
oh, sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go forward here. Coming up in sports, we have some world records.
Yeah. And world record, Christy's going to read.
Howard Johnson's clam strip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comedian Johnny W. is going to join us. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
O'Reilly. You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
I'd really like to hear a song from Pat this break.
Huh?
That would be fun. There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, we got a lot to get to today, including a comedian Johnny W.
All right.
We will get a song from Mr. Pat Godwin.
I got nothing. It was date night last night.
How about
Very
that?
happy and just, I'm loving life.
Yeah.
Good. Don't let us get in the
I'm
way.
not snarky. I'm just.
Do you have one of your
enjoying
love songs
myself.
maybe you could do?
Oh, yeah.
No, I got nothing, Tom.
Where did you complete?
Huh?
Where did you complete?
I feigned finishing.
With CPAP or without?
Without.
The old mayonnaise packet on the small of the back.
All right. Okay. Let's just move forward here. What have you got over there, Chick?
I don't want to hear more about the
Pat was
mayonnaise
gonna
packet
play a
on the
song.
small of the back.
Yeah, but I got nothing, Christy. I'm happy.
Well, then why do you have your guitar in your hands?
So I'll tell you why. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing funny to say.
That's Pat Godwin.
'Cause I'm in a great mood.
Yeah.
Good things are coming my way. You know it, Chick.
I hear
What?
you, brother.
I got nothing. Josh, I can't complain.
Zero.
My comedy came from heartbreak, tragedy, and pain. Tell us about it, Patty. Oh, no more drama, no more stress. I'm not hungover and I'm not depressed. No more sad, lonely times. I'm not horny, I'm satisfied. Got nothing. Nothing clever today. 'Cause I'm in love, yeah. No funny songs to play. You know me, I've had a troubled life, many old girlfriends. Relationships always come to an end, but they inspired many comedy songs. The new stuff's no good, but it sure is long. Nothing funny to sing. So, Tom, I'm just gonna sit here smiling and not write one damn thing. 'Cause I got nothing.
Oh, Patty.
Thank you very much,
good.
Patty G.
Pat, I hate to break this to you, but in that song, you said you were in love.
You know what I said?
Boy.
It rhymed.
Oh, the big L
It
word.
rhymed.
Has
You should have
she
just said nothing.
has she returned the I love you?
Hey, we're at that point.
Pretty big
Is that
matzo ball.
right? That's a big matzo ball.
She's adorable.
Okay.
She is adorable. I've met her.
Very sweet.
Good kisser, too. Cause in trouble. Cause that's what I do.
Her hands down your pants before you can say anything. Man, something.
Could we?
Woo!
Anything else in sports?
Huh?
Anything else in sports?
Well, this just in. 2 men were caught cheating in an Ohio fishing tournament. They've been sentenced to jail.
They have gotten jail time?
The cheating allegations against Jacob Runyon and Chase Kaminsky surfaced in September when Lake Erie Walleye Trail tournament director Jason Fisher discovered weights and walleye fillets. Not so dumb. They'll never pick up on this. The walleyes and weights the fillets were stuffed into the fish the men had caught. But the fish were pikes. They wondered why the walleye fillets had gotten there. No, I'm making that up. Runyon and Kaminsky pleaded guilty in March to cheating and unlawful ownership of wild animals. The men agreed to 3-year suspensions of their fishing license, and Kaminsky also agreed to give up his bass boat.
Uh-oh.
That he won in a prior
Worth
contract.
$100,000.
Yeah.
The pair also sentenced to 10 days in jail. What are you in for? Cheated in the fishing.
10 days.
Yeah, it was stuffing a fish. Oh. Well, speaking of stuffing.
Yeah.
We get a look at that ass.
Hey, you used ball bearings, didn't you? Well, prepare to bear some balls.
10 days in jail, fine $2,500 each.
Okay. I was against the jail time when you first said it, but 10 days.
Yeah.
Well, these guys, you saw the video of this. They were almost attacked.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Why are you against
it? Was
jail
a fishing contest with things at stake, and these guys were cheating, and their fellow fishermen almost took care of it right there on the spot.
I think what they did was despicable. It just doesn't seem like a jail offense to me.
I agree.
Well, 10 days.
That should scare the hell out of them. Yeah, and
they'll be with the people that don't pay child support. It won't be much.
Their ash cherry will be gone by day 3.
No, it won't.
Oh, is it day 3? I knew it was pretty almost immediate in your world. Sodomy begins now.
This ain't no walleye fillet, but I'm stuffing it in you.
And now
this one hasn't been deboned. I'm sorry. Let's move forward.
And now our special Stupid World Record, brought to you by our world record correspondent, Christy Lee.
Thank you, Chick. A luxury bridal fashion brand broke the Guinness World Record for the most crystals on a wedding dress.
Whoa.
Michaela Ferriaro created a dress that consisted of 50,890 Swarovski crystals to break the previous record of 45,024 crystals. The record-breaking gown, which took over 200 hours to sew, was unveiled at a fashion show in Italy. I cannot even begin to believe. Cispositalalia Collection.
Oh,
very good.
That's not how it is, but that's close enough.
Is this a thing, doing crystals on?
Oh, yeah.
Dresses?
Crystals, pearls. Yeah.
Are you going to bedazzle your dress?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You have a wedding dress?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? What color?
Oh, wait a minute.
Are you going?
Yeah, what? Are you going to wear?
If you say black, I'm going to come in there and kick you in the head.
Say that.
Are you going to wear white?
No.
You know, I was
I've
involved.
never worn white.
When I was in high school, the sister of my girlfriend got married, and the mother of the bride wore black to the wedding.
Well, so
because she had to. Yeah, it was very.
What?
The only
that was her protest.
She got pregnant. They had to get married.
Oh, so she was. Oh, see
what?
Because sometimes that's a color.
My
scheme,
girlfriend's
black.
sister had to get married,
right?
So the mother wore black to the.
Okay, the
wedding.
mother.
She was
the mother
protesting.
Of the bride.
Yes.
No, a mother walking by. Jesus Christ, I can't.
My dress is a warm ivory color.
Did everybody else understand what I was saying?
Yes. I did. Yes, absolutely.
Is that a thing?
the mother of the bride.
Is that a thing you're supposed to do?
No, that's tacky.
But
No,
back
that's
in the
why
day,
right.
he is so
That's her. Yeah,
He's awful.
Loving and wonderful,
he's
and
just
I'm so
awful.
grateful to be here.
She gets in these moods, and you just can't.
Here's a picture of this thing. It looks like something Dolly Parton would wear in concert.
Well, yeah, it's got that many crystals on it.
It's all about the music, yeah.
Well, no, it's just a nice, sweet thing. You know what it reminds me of, actually, Chick? Superman's Fortress of Solitude with all of the...
Are the crystals that big?
Yeah. I'll show it to you. Hold on.
Yeah, do they dangle, or are they just kind of...
No, they're like built into the dress. So
are you going to
it's gonna
reveal
be
what kind of wedding dress you're
here.
going to wear, Chris?
What kind of wedding dress?
Yeah.
It's just a...
Is there a long train?
No.
You know what the problem with
Are you going to pull a train with some of his friends?
Are you going to do that instead? Answer the man. It's a fair question. The problem with these wedding dresses is that looks like any other wedding dress to me.
And by the way, Christy, is the mother going to be there? Not your mom, just a mother walking by.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I probably not.
No. It would make sense though for the mother of the
So what's
the bride?
When we get back to Christy's wedding, what is the dress going to be?
It's a dark cream color, off ivory. Oh, there's the dress. Wow.
And
that
crew,
is something.
How do they sew those
That
in
would
there?
be so heavy to wear.
Have those little hooks?
Yellow.
Oh, look at her wow.
That's some wedding dress.
That is some pair of wedding dresses.
That's our world record. Thank you very much.
Oh, we've got another one. Slappy. Another world record coming up.
All right. Well, in the meantime,
You
I
put
want
this together. You had no idea.
I know another world record.
Okay, what is it? And don't look. Don't look.
Okay, what?
It's the world's oldest something.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good story.
Okay.
It's a happy story.
Good.
We could use one of those today.
The world's oldest something happy. Coming up in the news. Also, beer meets motorcycles, and in a good way. And we've got another great story based on one of those doorbell cameras. And we're getting a lot of really good video. Of these doorbell cams. We'll find out about this new one coming up. But right now, I hope you're listening to the show on your Raycon earbuds for the quality of the signal, as they say, the really great sound of the Raycons. Tell me more.
Raycons! And you know Raycon's mission, Tom, is to prove that you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and those essential smart tech listening features we all want. With Raycon, you get a pair and a spare if you'd like, and still you pay less than you would with some of those other big-name tech brands out there. Raycon knows in this economy every purchase needs to be perfect. They do offer buy now, pay later options. They have an easy and free return guarantee. They also offer free domestic shipping and flat fee international shipping. And they have over 50,000 five-star reviews. And they also have those big-name tech brand features. They've got 8 hours of playtime, crystal clear call quality, water and sweat resistant, all with the Raycon. So go now to buyraycon.com/Tom and get off the already low price, 15% more off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, we have another world record. Comedian Johnny W. will be joining us. And also, we have a lot of animals in the news. Goats and turtles, which means we're going to have to hear our famous turtle song from Floyd. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. You'll get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, enjoy access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with the welcome offer of 150,000 points, your business can soar to all new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pop, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hello.
And there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's... I know this is visual, but Pat is in the performance room, and behind him he has his guitar case open. Doesn't that look like a whorehouse guitar case?
Velvet line.
It is.
It's like red velvet
burgundy.
line.
Yeah.
That or a vampire.
It's like his tip jar.
Yeah.
I'm busking over here, too.
Have you ever busked in your busked?
Oh,
in your
one
life?
time in London for a radio bit.
How much money did you make?
Not that much.
A few shekels.
Yeah.
I never pass a live musician without giving them money, ever, for playing.
I do.
Do you really?
I do. I make this noise.
Don't tell
You're the
me.
guy.
Oh, my
Thumb
gosh.
down.
I go get a
No,
job and I break their
That's
guitar.
Guys.
And then I add, play something you know. Stuff like that.
Okay.
No,
I'm Josh
you
Arnold.
don't do
Hi,
that.
Josh. How are you? There's Ace Cosby.
Hey, good to know.
I'm a crabby chick. Oh, I'll get that. Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hey there, partner. It's Ed from Ed Septic Plumbing Service and Supply.
Hi, Ed.
You guys remember me? I'm the number 2 plumber in the tri-state area.
Naturally.
Of course.
Last year we came in third, but today we're up to number 2.
Okay.
I wanted to call real quick, wish all you moms out there the happiest of Mother's Days this weekend.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Just because mine took off on us when I was 4 don't mean you other moms don't deserve a tip of the hat from old Ed Septic. You guys only hear about deadbeat dads. Nobody ever talks about the horrible deadbeat moms out there, do they?
No, they really do.
I like to say my mom was a lot like a cicada. I'd only see and hear from her once every 17 years. When I did finally see her, the only present she brought me were 2 cases of Jolt Cola and a carton of Virginia Slim.
Oh, very nice.
But I will say it did make me the most popular 5th grader in my class. But enough of my woes. This week I'm offering a Mother's Day drain blowout special for only $49.99. Get a few quotes from the other plumbers. You'll find out $49.99 is a pretty good price. People say to me, Ed, how can you do it so cheaply? As always, I'm not licensed, bonded, or insured, so that saves me a ton of money. I pass those savings along to you, my customers. Call me today at 888 down the Brown. I still have a 4:30 open today. Remember, I'm the plumber that'll snake your drain, but not your wife. So call today.
Very nice deal.
Ed Septic.
Yeah.
And he needs to be clear. He won't let anything go any farther if your wife comes on to him.
Yeah. A Jolt Cola. Remember that?
Oh, man.
Wasn't that the first of the...
They were way ahead of their time.
Yeah,
right?
that was the first of the heavily caffeinated...
Energy drink kind of thing.
Yeah. Is that still around?
I don't know.
No.
We were not allowed to have it.
I wonder why.
I don't blame my mom.
I don't
4
either.
boys.
No.
She doesn't need us all jolted
You
up.
already had you guys down there rehearsing Starlight Express. You don't give those whack jobs caffeine.
I want to mention tonight at the Mirage Hall in Decatur, Indiana. It's going to be, if I'm reading this right, Donnie Baker with the Pork Pistols, special guest Bob Zaney.
All right.
That's the Mirage Banquet Hall tonight in Decatur, Indiana with Donnie Baker. That sounds very exciting. We return now to the sports page with Chick McGee.
That's right.
Stupid world record.
The world's oldest living dog just celebrated his 31st birthday.
I
Oh,
doubt
my
the dog
goodness.
celebrated.
Oh, are you kidding?
No. Dogs aren't meant to be 31.
The dog named Bobby, B-O-B-I.
Oh.
B-I-N-G-O, B-O-B.
Oh, there's a picture of him. Isn't that nice? Oh. Dean put up a picture of a skeleton.
That's just mean.
There he is.
Wow. Sweet-looking guy.
Aw, he's not as gray as I thought he'd be.
He's nowhere as fat as I thought he would be, yeah.
But he is. He's overweight. That's an overweight dog. Yeah. A fatty, fat.
He was born on May 11th, 1992. According to Guinness, a big birthday party is planned for Bobby at his home in the Portuguese village of Conquirios.
Oh.
Bobby's owner.
Ye old Conquiriosity shop is there.
Conquirios, stallion stands.
Think about the butts he smelled over 31 years.
Oh, sure.
If those butts could talk.
Yes.
Bobby's owner, Lionel Costa.
Yes.
Said it will be a very traditional Portuguese party with extra meat and fish.
Okay.
For the birthday pup. The birthday pup, Bobby, was heard saying, hate fish.
That dog looks healthy. I'm very glad that dog is in good shape.
That's amazing. 31.
It is, yes.
His owner, Costa, added that over 100 people are due to attend the bash. Now, those little dogs, those little yappy dogs live forever. But
that's
a good
sized dog.
Yeah.
40 plus pounds, I would
mix.
say.
Looks like a brindle.
Him's a good boy.
Oh, good for
What's his name, the dog?
Bobby. B-O-B-I. Yeah, I don't know if it's Bobby or Bobby.
Is that sports?
Yep.
Bobby, come here.
Hey, Rocky.
Bobby.
This is what you farted for.
What is it, Bobby? Is there trouble at the mill? Bobby. Oh, my God, Bobby.
Oh, no. What happened?
Oh, right.
Oh, I saw the most beautiful collie yesterday. You just don't see a lot of those anymore. Poor.
Lassie dogs?
Yes.
Can you whistle,
so
Lassie?
Pretty.
Can you...
I can't.
Are collies good dogs?
I've never had one. I don't know.
But I mean, do they
This
have the
dog was
Lassie
wonderful
temperament?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
They like to live near mines so they can rescue
I don't live near a mine.
They like mines, logging,
yes,
cliffs.
Were you guys avid Lassie watchers?
Yes.
I didn't buy into it.
I wasn't.
Lassie
as a kid, I knew this. There's no way this dog.
It was on real early Sunday mornings. We'd watch it before church. I remember often being bored to death during it.
Now, Lassie killed the father in this family, right?
John Provost as Timmy, and of course, Lassie.
Timmy needed a timeout. He needed to stay home more.
Was he a troublemaker?
Well, he was always falling down mine chutes and stuff.
Oh, accident prone.
Hey, be careful over there by the mine chute.
He's very accident
Weren't
prone.
almost all the Lassies male dogs, and they had
that's always been the
they had merkins made for them to hide their junk.
Cover up the door.
The best part of that
Old
show
Red
was
Rocket.
June Lockhart. She
Yeah.
was a handsome woman.
How about that?
She was something.
She was in everything back
She
in
would
those
have never
days.
let you near her property.
Well, we were just out here. I don't know why Lassie's barking at you, Ace.
That would have been the first Lassie episode with the words "sick 'em."
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
This week,
she never does this, Ace.
It's redlining on Lassie.
Oh boy! Sorry,
Didn't they switch? June Lockhart wasn't in the pilot.
I
think,
don't
or
remember
something?
anything about the show. I always thought it was dumb.
I think it was Shirley Booth.
What's wrong with you? You like dogs?
I know. I just thought that show. I didn't. Yes, even as a kid, I didn't buy it.
Lassie came before Flipper?
Yes.
Because Flipper was just Lassie of the Sea, right?
Yeah.
Flipper was cool. Had a better song.
You like Flipper,
but you didn't like Lassie. All right.
Flipper.
You know, Danny Thomas at one time owned a big part of the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, and he would have Flipper come to the games. And that's
One of
where,
9.
Yeah, and Flipper would flip the football out of the pool. It would go into his pool for an extra point.
Wow.
And Flipper would flip it out of the pool. Yeah. And you relived that moment in Ace Ventura. Absolutely.
Yes, that's right. They did bring a dolphin.
We've been talking about Mother's Day.
They also had some weird coffee tables when Danny Thomas owned them.
Yeah. We were talking about Mother's Day, of course, coming up this Sunday. Hope you've made your preparations for all those moms out there. Here's a little visit we had with our guest from last week, Nick Griffin. And I think there's a motherly component to this.
Nick Griffin's our guest. I'm glad that
I'm glad everything's okay now. Yeah.
Now, are you dating at all? Do you see anyone? Are you?
No, I don't. I mean, I try. You know, they're doing that internet dating, which.
Have you tried that?
I have tried it, yeah, but I just don't. I don't see a future in it because there's no story if you do get married with your kids. You know, I was checking the box score and then I double clicked on your mom's head.
little mom stuff from Nick Griffin. We go back to the news desk with Christy Lee. What have we missed?
Well, we had the wedding dress that won the world record recently. We have another wedding story today. This one is about a photographer. Lance Romeo posted screenshots of a text correspondence he had with a woman whose wedding he photographed back in 2019.
I have a feeling this is one of very few text correspondence with women that Lance Romeo has had.
Boy, that sure sounds like a porno name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The former client, who's now divorced, doesn't want her wedding photos anymore and wants a refund.
Oh, you can't do that.
No. She wrote, quote, "You did a wonderful job on them, but they went to waste as we are now divorced. I will need a refund of the amount we paid you because we don't need them anymore."
No.
Mr. Romeo captioned the screenshots, which he uploaded last month to Facebook, where they've been shared by thousands of social media users. Yeah, you don't get your money back.
You sure don't.
God.
This guy should take a picture of $3,000 in cash and just send her the picture. Here you go.
Here's your wedding picture.
Has any couple had an amicable enough divorce with and they both have a good enough sense of humor where they've had divorce photos taken? So it's like them in a field waving goodbye to each other.
No, but that's a great idea.
I'll
I
tell
wish
you
I would have
this.
thought of that.
1 out of 3 I get along with pretty well. But
Yeah.
but it's taken 9 years, 10 years to get
Right.
to this point.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I get along with all of them.
In
Well,
fact, you
that's-
still sleep with some of them, don't you?
Oh, for God's sake, Josh.
Yeah, does
I caused
Andy-
trouble.
You just told me you slept with that other one last week.
Oh,
This
jeez.
isn't the day.
Between Pat, you want to beat him up too?
So this woman
You
says,
kissed Godwin this morning.
if you read this text, this woman really thinks that, oh, well, since we got divorced,
Yes.
the wedding photos, we don't need them, so can we be paid the money back?
She very confidently says, "I'm going to need a refund." Or,
Right,
yeah.
very confident. This is a real kind of a tough subject, though, because do you get rid of your wedding photographs? Do you still have yours?
I'm sure there's. Well, it's
You can keep them somewhere,
I have
right?
the book
It's-
because it's my
Sure, don't your kids
dad,
eventually want to see it?
I would
Yeah.
think.
Absolutely.
Plus, there's some great photos of my dad.
There's
and
no
my
shame in
stepdad
having
where-
history.
I
You know?
agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Does this woman want her hymen back?
Well, you're assuming she.
Well,
I mean, she got married. She got plowed by this dude.
I don't know how easy it is to sue a bicycle.
Yes, but you're
Or a
implying that
horse.
she was a virgin
Well,
on her
yes.
wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See what's
Right,
happening.
right.
By the way, and seriously,
Well, that is an old thought.
By
Go
the way,
on.
did you see that Peloton has recalled
Another.
bunch of their bikes?
Yeah.
Why?
Speaking of losing your hymen,
Oh,
there's a problem with the seat falling off. Apparently,
ooh,
The very first models.
that'll keep you standing and pedaling. That's how they get you to keep working out.
Up the hill, up the hill, up the hill.
What else you got, Christy?
A neighborhood dispute has erupted in Perth's northern suburbs. This is in Australia, I assume.
Perth.
And it's over the smell of food.
Really?
Perth Now reports.
Hi, welcome to Perth now.
Yeah. On behalf of their vegan family members, a Burns Beach resident has written to their neighbor asking they close their window when cooking their sickening meat.
Sickening meat?
That's what they called it.
Oh.
The letter explained that the author and her family are vegans and the smell of meat makes them sick.
Oh.
So they want their neighbor, while they're cooking, to close the windows.
And they want everyone to know that they're vegan.
See, it's vegans like this that give the rest
Bad name.
the reputation they have.
I mean, the thing like with Josh last week, he was telling me off the air that his neighbor asked him to close his blinds because when you get your wiener out, this is a very similar problem.
He doesn't like to see the meat.
You know, Tom, if you only knew how terrified I was of that very real potential knock on the door. You know, we can see certain things.
Oh, boy.
You need some new blinds.
When you're
I
in the
like natural light.
When you're in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, they can. Some could potentially see me in the bathroom. Yeah,
I'm with you. I like natural light. I don't have a lot of curtains. Do you have a lot of curtains?
I have shades on every window. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, except one. There's one, but it doesn't need. They don't need them.
I have curtains. I have wooden slats. I have it's like
Yeah, mine are blinds.
my compound's like Frankenstein might want to try to get in at any point. I've got
Really?
everything locked
Dark?
down. Yes.
You like it
yeah.
dark?
and secure. Nobody can get in my house. No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Now, coming up, we're going to hang out with comedian, we've never met him before, Johnny W.
Look forward to meeting him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Johnny. I know, Pat, he's going to be bringing a guitar.
Oh, there's only one guitar slinger in this room.
Oh, boy.
Well, it says he's going to be in this room.
What? Hang on a second. This is from Joshua, and he's from Canada. Apparently, this is for Tom. You would like the television show The Littlest Hobo. It is the Canadian version of Lassie.
Oh.
And it has a great theme song. So we'll have to come back with that.
Is The Littlest Hobo A dog, or is it a?
It doesn't
a dwarf,
imply that it's a dog. It
Okay.
implies it's the littlest
to be the
hobo. It's a person.
Wandering midge.
Well, it's time now to do another motherly tribute for Mother's Day. This is a very short song.
All right.
From Sean Morey.
M is for the martinis you had for breakfast. O is for the officers who arrested you for neglect. T is for the tattoo of Satan on your bosom. H is for the hickeys all over your neck. E is for the 8 guys I call daddy. R is for the refrigerator you gave me to play in. Put them all together, they spell therapy. The place my mother dear sent me.
Thank you, Sean.
Happy Mother's Day.
All kinds of moms out there.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll honor
Good,
them all.
bad, living, dead. All kinds.
You're covering all the bases, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to leave anyone out.
Oh, of course not.
Anyway, give me the teaser, Christy. What's coming up?
Coming up, we have a boat blocking traffic on a highway. Yes, you heard me right. We have motorcycles and beer. Usually not a good pair, but in this story they are.
Bikes and beer.
Yep. And we have a couple of little boys in trouble on the search for a toy car. Jumped into their parents' car, and we'll tell you how that ended.
And we got a big fat turtle in the news.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're going to be hearing some turtle music from Floyd when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More details on that later.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, thank you.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold. He's perched at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold on vacay. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. And boy, do I have something for you, Tom.
Okay. Coming up, it'll be comedian Johnny W.
All right.
We certainly look forward to meeting Johnny. And I know he's got a guitar, Pat.
I know.
You guys got like a deliverance thing worked out?
I'm sure you got. There's room enough for all.
I'm very jealous of everybody.
At least you're honest.
But we'll get some music out of both you guys coming up. But now, of interest, you have a letter over there?
I have. We were talking about Lassie. Why did we start talking about Lassie?
Because we were talking about
the old dog.
oldest
Oh, the old dog, Bobby.
And I said I ran into a collie yesterday.
31.
And I haven't seen one for a long time.
We all remember the Lassie theme song. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Well, evidently, our listeners are the best. They told me about a Canadian equivalent. It was called the Littlest Hobo.
A little more upbeat.
Oh, yeah. You got whistling in there. Oh,
keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be.
Canadian legend Kim Mitchell.
Is the hobo the dog or the...
Just turn around and I'm gone again.
The Littlest Hobo is a dog who is played by London, the dog.
Oh.
The storyline for each episode, Littlest Hobo, an extremely intelligent wandering German shepherd who walks into a different place in each episode of this long-running television series. Comes upon people down on their luck or in trouble.
And he helps them?
The Littlest Hobo always befriends and helps the struggling person or persons. Then when his job is done, at episode's end, he declines to be the pet of the people.
No. Can't possibly be...
And departs to continue his cross-country drifting.
This bird must fly.
That's right. I will not be owned by anyone.
Aww.
The Littlest Hobo. And it was it was in the 70s, but it was a revival of a series originally presented in the 50s.
Okay.
I didn't even know they had television in Canada in the 50s. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I just want to call in and wish Christy happy Mother's Day in advance.
Thank you.
Christy, if fact remains, our romance may not work out, but you gave me the one thing I love most in this world.
Wolfie?
You gave me a dependent to claim on my taxes every year, and for that, I'll split you half the refund, 60-40.
That's sweet.
Oh, and happy Mother's Day, all you single moms out there, too. I won't ever date you. You're damaged goods, but you're still appreciated.
Oh, Donnie.
Well, you know, as they say on Dateline, Josh, full disclosure's in order. I mean, I'll admit it. I've gone out with a few pregnant chicks before, which is awesome. Think about it. They can't order alcohol, so that saves you a ton of money on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, at the end of the night, there's no need to wear a rubber, so now you're making money ham over fist. It ain't like you can knock her up twice. But given my condition, you can give the baby dimples. I swear. I know, with forensic style, they can pin that on you.
Class.
Yeah, I better run. Woofy's trying to ride the iron and board down the stairs again.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh, P.S. For Mother's Day, I got my mom fill us a case of White Claws and a vintage Oak Ridge Boys ashtray. So.
Nice.
I look forward to my gift.
Dick bastard.
It's very thoughtful.
Did we ask him? I don't recall. Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Now, do you have the turtle story for these guys?
Turtle story.
Kind of fun.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tell us about the turtle.
It's about a big fat turtle.
Oh.
A fatty, fat. They're already slow enough, aren't they?
No, yeah. How slow would a fat turtle?
Footage of a plump Chicago snapping turtle named Chonkosaurus is going viral.
Wait a minute. How do they get the shell back on if it's a real fat
It's actually Chonkosaurus. I apologize.
Do you have the shell in a 2X?
Joey Santori was kayaking with a friend along the Chicago River when they spotted the large snapping turtle basking atop a pile of rotten logs. He posted a video of the turtle onto Twitter, labeling the rotund reptile Chicago River Snapper, a.k.a. Chonkosaurus. Chris Anker, chief wildlife biologist with Forest Preserves of Cook County,
shot it.
Advised anyone visiting the area not to disturb or try to catch the snapping turtle.
It'll snap your finger off.
Yeah.
This thing is gigantic.
He told WMAQ-TV.
Chicago, NBC affiliate, I believe.
Enjoy it.
Just a fact, huh? Mm-hmm. All right.
He said, enjoy it, but leave it alone. Anchor said the snapping turtle Centauri filmed is quite rare considering its apparent size.
Wow.
It's got claws on it. It's like the size of my baby finger.
I'm not surprised that it lives in the
But have you
Chicago
seen it?
River.
But it's bulging out of its shell.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of corpses to eat in the Chicago River.
When they call it Chonkosaurus.
Is it chunk or chonk? It's spelled Chonk.
Chonk. That's a fun way to say chunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look at that chonk.
Okay, because I am, big turtle.
Wow.
He also likes the bears.
Oh, how about that?
And apparently Chicago-style pizza. He's a deep dish turtle. We have to play our turtle tribute. We'd be remiss if we did not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Floyd on the vocals.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat, and they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tale, move so much you never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and hoes.
Turtles and hoes.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores. Thank you very much. That's Floyd doing a very fine vocal in honor of our big fat turtle.
I have a question.
Yes.
You're smart. Is turtle soup actually made out of pieces of turtle?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like Welsh rabbit? And it's not rabbit at all.
Great question. I've never had turtle soup.
Nor have I.
Me either.
Josh had some relatives that like
Apparently, I had a great aunt that every Sunday her tradition was to eat turtle soup, drink beer, and watch wrestling.
Sounds like a lovely gal.
Come on in, Josh. Apparently, she was very funny and sweet. I have
smoke camel, non-filtered.
Yeah, I don't remember her, but
how was she related to you?
Great aunt. She was my grandmother's
sister.
Yeah. Well, no, she wasn't. She was a great cousin, I think, actually. But somehow my mom... You know what? My mom called her aunt.
Oh, so she was just maybe a cousin.
I'll have to ask
or
my mom
something.
exactly what the relation was there.
Is your mom good at field hockey? Very, very good.
Coming up, we're going to hang out with comedian Johnny W. We're really looking forward to meeting Johnny. Once again, I was looking at some of the shows that are going on out and about, and it's important to note that Donnie Baker with Bob Zaney, and by the way, Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols are doing the Mirage Hall in Decatur, Indiana. That's coming up tonight. That should be a great show. Lots of other things going on, including in Key West over the weekend. If you're down there, it's going to be Greg Warren.
Lucky Greg.
And Greg has, of course, his new comedy special on YouTube called The Salesman, which is getting rave reviews. So check that out. And while I'm at it, Kansas City, Missouri, at the Comedy Club there, it will be Reno Collier this weekend. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Business taxes. We're stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service.
Take your plans out of the group chat and get long weekend ready in new Abercrombie. From day to night, pack new outfits for every part of your itinerary. Grabbing brunch? Throw on the A&F Mila dress. Then head to your dinner reservation in their new bubble hem mini dress. And yes, permission to overpack for pics with the girls. Abercrombie's best-selling Scarlet Squirt deserves a post in your feed. Your plans are worth it. Shop Abercrombie's new long weekend collection online or in store.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hi. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold on vacation. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with a special guest.
We are joined for the first time by comedian Johnny W. Jonnie. Are you a Jonathan, Johnny?
I am a Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you like being called?
I like Johnny.
Johnny?
Yeah, is that okay?
No,
yeah,
of
just
course.
Mr. W, please. If you could. With the proper respect. No, I don't care. Whatever you want to call me is fine.
Were you always Johnny as a kid?
No, my mother hated that. Yeah. She passed away, and that's when I graduated to Johnny then. She was like, I didn't name you Johnny or John, you're Jonathan. So she was very stern.
Sounds like a lovely gal.
She was a lovely gal. I'm trying to besmirch. No, she was lovely. But yeah, she was very stern about the name. The name was very important. Maybe this is my way of rebelling. I think you've opened a whole Pandora's box of emotion.
Yeah, it is Mother's Day this weekend. So
yeah.
Yeah.
For those of us that have living
Maybe
mothers.
I should do the show as Jonathan to honor her. I don't.
Okay.
Let's not.
That's fine.
Let's not.
Now, are you a married guy?
Married guy. 27 years.
Wow.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, look at that. In a row. We did it, gal. Yeah.
Let's,
very good.
You know you can get out of it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to stay.
Well, I don't want to.
Long, right?
I'm in now. It's
okay.
Let's just stay.
All right. Talk to me in 5 years.
Yeah, 32. That's a tough year.
That's what they say.
The 32-year itch.
Yeah. But I leave a lot, so that helps.
How many?
Oh yeah, being on the road's got to
road a lot.
How many marriages in here? Who has the official?
I think we have
count?
9, right?
Is it 9?
9, yeah.
9 among all
I
of
only
us?
had the one.
Pat's had 2.
You had 3.
I got 3. Christy
I got
has
3.
3.
That's
And then Ace and I
9.
have never been married.
Yeah, we're too smart.
To each other or to other people.
I thought you had 3, Pat.
2. Just 2.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So, Johnny, you travel a lot, so that helps with the marriage?
It's good. Well, and my snoring's out of control, so my wife's glad to get me out of the. Yeah. You guys snore?
I do, yeah.
It's not good. I woke up. My wife was in the next room. I woke up. I was like, are we the separate rooms people now?
Yeah.
I thought we had a couple more years before we were going to be the East Wing, West Wing. She said, it's so loud. I said, do I have the sleep apnea? She goes, I don't know what that is. I said, do I stop breathing in the middle of the night? She said, no, I wish.
Talk to me in 3 years.
Okay. A friend of mine, interestingly enough, I was talking to him yesterday. He's having one of those sleep tests next week.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But he has to go to this other place to sleep.
Yeah, it's
Well, of
terrible.
course.
Yeah, that's what I
How
have.
are you're going to bring all the
Bring
equipment
the
to your
electrodes.
house?
You would be out of this. Yeah, you can't sleep
It's the
anywhere
worst.
else.
But the thing about that is, it's like one of those classic studying things of you remove something from its natural habitat.
It's the Heisenberg principle.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. I'm not going to be able to sleep
I'm
well.
not going to be able to sleep if I'm in some strange place with
right
nurses running around.
There's stuff on your head, too.
Do they give you something, Pat?
No, not at all.
When I was studying for my sleep test, I did that. For a month, I had nurses and electrodes at the house to get me ready for it.
You were studying for it.
Studying.
You cheater.
Yeah. So I was ready.
Wow. Do you have to wear the what's that called, Pat?
CPAP.
No, I did. You know what's funny? I lost a bunch of weight, and my snoring is it's starting to resolve now. So I've lost some weight, and it's better. I don't know.
Yeah, they say that'll happen.
Maybe.
Yep.
Who knows? I don't know. I'll gain it back. I'm like, you never know. If you watch my comedy clips online, you don't know what size I'm going to come out. It's all. If I'm fat, I'm like Oprah. I don't know what I'm. You're
quite
doing.
slender.
I come out. Yeah.
Josh, do you wear one of those face masks?
No, I'm not. I do not have sleep apnea.
Have you taken the test?
I have taken a test. It wasn't that sleep that involved
multiple
the sleep
choice.
study. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was just A or B.
Do you
Yes,
have
no.
sleep apnea?
No. B,
Yeah.
Z,
Have you been told by anyone that you snore?
An ENT. Oh yes, I have been told that I snore, but I was told by an ENT medical professional that I do not have the apnea.
Oh, good.
That's good.
So you were banging an ENT, nose and throat girl? Or?
Don't you, when you go visit an ENT, the sex is the first part, right?
Yeah.
Usually,
Well, ear, nose, and throat, they only got to get, if you want to be examined properly, yes.
How does it not? Well,
Okay. Where were we? We were trying to meet for the first time Johnny W., married man, children?
No kids, 2 dogs, rescues.
What name?
What names of the dogs?
Yes,
They're
sorry.
Toby and Daisy, mutts. People love saying when they rescue a dog, don't you find that?
Yeah, they're very
They
proud.
want to pat themselves on the... Here's the thing, though. I really feel like my dogs rescued me.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Because we were starving and they were delicious. Listen, COVID was hard. COVID was hard for everybody.
Yeah,
y'all.
tough time.
If you, this is an observation that has been made 1,000 times, but I'll make it again. Yesterday, I got behind somebody that has the. It's sort of like how certain people, when they get a tattoo, they can't stop.
yes.
There's the bumper sticker thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the bumper sticker. You know, this was the pause, and the I rescued a dog. No, my dog rescued me. And then they must. I don't know which came first. Then the whole array.
Right.
You know, it looks like like John Lennon's Rolls Royce in the '60s with all the paint and wild stuff on it.
Well, it's fun. It keeps you off your phone, at least at a stoplight.
That's true. Something to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one had some kind of opposing political views on the same car.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A house divided.
I don't want to get into it, but yeah.
Who said that? Didn't somebody say your bumper stickers really changed my ideas on what I thought about? Yeah, that really hit home with me.
Augie Smith has a really terrific take on that. Don't we hate each other enough in traffic? We're going to bring politics into it.
Yeah, but this one didn't make sense. It was like that
Sure.
bumper sticker's on the right of the car, but it's really left. And
Oh,
this
I
one's really
can't tell you how many times I've been cut off by a car with a coexist bumper sticker on it.
Honk
Apparently that
honk
doesn't
if you love
include
Jesus. Yeah.
doesn't include the right lane. Where we're trying to.
I think it's like there was a study that was done about like cats. Like if you have 1 cat, you're a good person. You have 2 cats, you're a great person. You have 3 cats, and it went up to like before you become a crazy cat lady, it's like 5 or 6 cats.
Yeah.
Makes you I think that's bumper stickers is similar. Like if you've got like my kid's an honor roll student, okay, all right, I can buy that. But when you get to like 7 or 8, you've crossed a threshold of crazy. Probably.
Then it's just clear you don't care about resale at all.
Yeah, that's
you're not,
for sure.
You're not at all concerned about.
You know what they do to paint? Let me-
Yeah.
Here's a question I don't know the answer to. The first bumper stickers would what year would that be? That'd be 60s? Did they have them in the 70s?
I don't know.
I mean, in the 50s?
I think they were made for the Model Ts.
Oh, really?
What were bumper stickers?
Yes.
Because, I mean, the first one I saw was when I went to...
1927, Tom.
It was a vote against suffrage
No,
bumper
it was,
sticker.
yeah, they can't cook. They sure can't vote or something like that.
Yeah.
When I was visiting Jefferson's estate, Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, interesting.
How did I know this was coming out?
Monticello, I like to call it.
Well, everybody likes to call it that.
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
No, never been.
It's fascinating. He had a 12-car garage.
Okay.
Which sounds ridiculous, but then you realize they're full of buggies.
Yeah.
You know, and he had, obviously had a lot of free labor around, so he had quite an elaborate set of garages, and I was impressed with the bumper sticker he had on one of them. It said, "Ask me about my slave children," which I thought was
yeah. No, Johnny, you know what? It's our fault. We sat here, we knew what was coming, and we let you be a part of it.
I enjoyed his response, and if you missed it, it was, oh.
yeah, he was.
I'm sorry.
Lovely.
Yeah, we hate to put actual history into the jokes.
Lovely.
You know what's funny? I just did a show in Lincoln, Illinois, and they're very proud of their heritage with Lincoln living there during his upbringing. And there was a building there, and they had a phone booth on top of the courthouse. And I said, I got to know what's going on here. They said it's on Route 66. People come and just take pictures of that because it's so strange. It's such a strange landmark. And they said that there used to be it's a very flat area during, it's the middle of Tornado Alley, I guess. And so they said people had there was a weather watcher. It was usually an unmarried person. It's like you drew the short stick or something.
Wow.
You stood on top of the building and you would call down if there was, this was as recently as a couple of generations ago. And then they finally said, we need to put this guy in a booth or something so he's protected. So they put a metal phone booth, a glass and metal phone booth on top of this building. And so he called, I was like, do you guys understand how lightning works at all? In Lincoln, Illinois?
Well, I would have thought in Lincoln, Illinois, there would be no booths allowed.
Sure. See? I hate it when actors get into politics.
I know.
Looks like your first bumper sticker was made in the 1940s.
I'm trying to think if
And the guy who's really responsible would be the Avery people. You know, the Avery labels? Because he developed the adhesive that made labels to begin with.
He was a glue guy.
I remember seeing bumper stickers for presidents in the 60s.
Like I Like Ike?
No, that would have been 50s. And I was too little then. But, I mean, I remember seeing them. You know, there was the, what was that called? The flower, and it said Clean Jean for
I don't remember
McCarthy.
That. Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
What was the first bumper sticker? Did it say?
It doesn't say what the very first bumper sticker was.
Oh, there are some for I Like Ike.
Yeah.
I was thinking I Like Ike, the buttons is what I remembered.
The tourism industry was the first to really grab on to the bumper sticker idea. So, yeah.
Then, of course, radio.
And
yes.
It said, custom bumper stickers were used for political advertising during the 1952 Dwight D. Eisenhower campaign. So
52.
Yeah.
I like Ike, I like Dick, right?
Was that Nixon's?
Yeah.
He did.
What, did he really do
Nixon's did not have the campaign slogan. No, I like Dick.
No, I think it was I Love Dick.
I love it. Yeah, I think you're right.
So,
Actually,
Johnny, I bet you're really sorry that you came.
Do you remember Nixon's slogan?
Nixon's the one.
Nixon's the one. That's exactly right.
Oh, Chick, we got an email here that says you were correct.
Oh,
okay.
There
were bumper stickers on Model Ts.
Is that right?
And John suggests here that one of the bumper stickers was, "My other car is a Clydesdale."
That's hilarious.
Wonderful.
We have an email about, "Dear Morning Madness team, my husband did his sleep test at home.
Oh.
He just had a transmitter that he hooked up that sent the information to the hospital."
I knew that those were out there, but
There you go.
Oh, well, that's why why are we going to places still?
Right.
I don't know, my friend's going to. He was telling me next week he's got to go to this place for a sleep test.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I would automatically not be able to sleep.
Right.
You're going to fail.
It's the worst.
And if someone answers the phone while I'm on my sleep test and she says her name's Patricia, that's the technician. That is taken care of.
Yes, honey. Please do not.
Please, honey, don't jump to any silly conclusions.
No, Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny W. is our guest. And this is, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't elaborate.
Oh, okay.
What? I'm not going to put him on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Does your last name, which I don't know what it is,
yes,
does it really start with a W?
It is Baxter. Here's the thing.
That's okay. That's okay. I didn't want you to elaborate. It's fine.
It does start with W, yes.
Okay. Wallowitz. Wilson.
Wallowitz? That's where you're going?
Okay, it was a bad.
It's one that's been butchered my whole life, so that's why I shortened it down. It's Wethington, which seems easy, right? But I get Washington and Wellington and
a lot of Weatherton. Yeah, sure.
Liechtenstein.
Is it like
Liechtenstein?
The worst.
Is it Wetherington?
Wethington. That's what I get, though. A lot of Wetheringtons, yeah.
Oh, that's very waspy.
Yeah, it does. It sounds very noble, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're not noble. I come from very
humble origins.
Swarthy people.
Yeah. Did you hear about Josh's weird aunt that lives with a field hockey
Oh, yeah.
player?
My mom hasn't gotten. I texted my mom to ask who
Her
the great.
only dream is to.
Right now, I want to change the subject. I noticed that Johnny has a guitar. When we come back and we grab that baby,
we can do it. Yeah,
a little music.
I would love it.
Pat, maybe you guys could whip up a little duet.
Oh, that would be an honor. I'm going to sit here and enjoy myself.
Okay. I want to remind you that HelloFresh has something brand new out there. Well, every week they've got something new with 40 weekly recipes. How does HelloFresh work? Well, they know that you don't have the kind of time to go to the grocery store and spend an hour to make a gourmet meal and find all the ingredients. So what they do is they send you these beautiful cards that lay everything out, how to put it together. Oh, yeah, and they also get the food, and they measure it. You put it together. Yesterday, we had Jess Hooker make, and everyone agreed it was fantastic. What were the name of those? Was it Fireball meatballs we had yesterday?
Firecracker meatballs.
God, they were great.
Really
and some delicious clam chowder. It was from HelloFresh. And we've got a special thing going on right now with HelloFresh. 16 free meals. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Now, HelloFresh has all kinds of food. Like I said, 40 chef-curated recipes every week at least. And the array of choices, it goes from over here, you've got even, vegetarian or pescatarian, then over here, just classic comfort food. Some of the stuff you can throw together in just 10 minutes. And again, you don't have to go to the grocery store and try to figure out, why isn't the horseradish anywhere near the sour cream? They've got it all for you. So it's a big time saver and a big money saver. And one very interesting thing this month is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Therefore, why not go to one of the great chefs with origins in that area? His name is Surbi Sani from the famous New York City restaurant Tagmo, and they've got some special stuff in that realm. So if you want to try some great Asian American food, and let's face it, that's usually the greatest food on earth. I think we've figured that out by now. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. 16 free meals and free shipping, if I forgot to mention that. BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, we have goats, and we have a really interesting motorcycle story coming up that involves an unusual propulsion method. We'll find out about that and hear some music from Patty G and Johnny W. when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
It's time to rewrite the vacation rules. With Royal Caribbean, your family can look forward to just about anything. Break the thrill barrier, roaring down the tallest water slide in North America. Jump into breathtaking jungles and jaw-dropping coves. Vibe off the charts on our private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And end the day knowing things are just getting started. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's tax season, and we're all a bit tired of numbers. But here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest.
And we're going to learn something new in a matter of seconds.
We are?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I like to learn things.
Do you?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
We've learned that Johnny W. is here with us, and Johnny's going to be doing some gigs. This is a place I've never heard of. Coming up next Friday, that'll be May 19th, at, is it pronounced Brillion?
I think it's Brillion, yeah.
Wisconsin?
Oh.
At the Brillion Endries Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
I made it up. Guys, I'm not doing well.
Oh.
Just Can you just put my Venmo in the?
Johnny W. in Brillion,
yes,
Wisconsin, and that sounds like it's going to be a great spot and probably gorgeous this time of year. Now we have a few things to get to. Then we're going to get back to Johnny. He's got his guitar all tuned up.
Yeah,
Pat, you ready to show off? Do one of your tunes also?
Show off. I'm going to listen to a concert.
By the way, I'm a huge Pat Godwin fan, so this is an honor.
Oh, you're the one.
Very nice. Very nice.
I've been listening. Hey, Gangsta Folk, I know all about that.
Look at that, Pat.
I'm a big fan. So
making me smile.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. That is a great song. Christy Lee, what's happening at the news desk?
Police in North Carolina were able to locate a runaway suspect thanks to a herd of cows.
Really?
Of course I heard of cows.
The Boone Police Department said the 34-year-old suspect fled from officers during a traffic stop in Millers Creek. Police officers and Watauga County Sheriff's deputies pursued the man, but he abandoned his vehicle, fled into an undeveloped area on foot. As officers searched for the man, they received some unexpected assistance from a herd of cows. The cows led officers directly to where the suspect was hiding in their field. The 34-year-old suspect now faces charges including eluding arrest with a motor vehicle, driving with his license revoked, and disorderly conduct.
First guy ever to shout out, less cowbell. Fellas, calm down. Quiet down, ladies. They're going to get you. Do you remember the story a couple years ago about the guy that was fleeing on foot after a long chase, and he got on this tiny little island, and then he was surrounded by alligators?
No.
No, I don't remember that.
Yikes.
I'll have to dig that up.
Alligators?
Yeah, they it kept him there for a while.
Well, yeah.
I'll dig up that story.
We have alligators in the news, but that's coming up. First, Oklahoma police responding to what seemed like a person's cries for help.
Oh.
Instead, found a goat. Enid police officers investigating a report of someone yelling for help initially convinced a person was shouting
Goats
from
can
a
talk?
grassy wooded area.
My God, help me.
Officers began running towards the distressing sounds, only discover they had come upon a very upset goat.
Well, I bet it was upset if they came upon it.
Really?
It was right there.
Yo,
Sorry, Johnny.
You got to be kidding.
According to authorities, a local farmer explained the goat had been separated from one of his friends and wasn't happy about it.
Aww.
Goats have friends?
We have a broken-hearted goat.
Yes.
Sad.
That's sweet. Now, let's get back to our guest. Johnny W. is here with us.
Yes, sir.
And we've learned a few things about you. You've been married for 27 years.
That's correct.
And you travel a lot.
Yeah,
which
too
takes
much.
some of the stress out of your life with respect to being married.
Well, it does, but then adds stress, because you got to rent a car and you got to do all the nonsense with that. There's a rental car shortage. If you travel for business, you know this, right? They're blaming COVID. I don't know if the cars have COVID. I don't know what's going on. There's no cars. And so I end up with a minivan all the time. But I like the minivan because it has the DVDs popping down, DVD screens, and this thing had dual climate control, the one I had. Do you know what that is? Do y'all have that in your?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are fancy over here. I didn't know. It worked out awesome. My wife's always freezing. She's pumping the heat. I got to pump the AC to counteract her. We made a funnel cloud.
Oh, boy.
My dog got struck by lightning. So, pray for us. But
yes.
But yeah.
So. Now, you mentioned that you have gained a lot of weight, then lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Were you a chubby kid, or were you?
I was a chubby kid, and I had asthma. Y'all have anybody have asthma?
No, thankfully no.
It's great actually because it's like you get your doctor's note. It's like your get out of gym free card. That was my favorite thing about it. And that was perfect because I'd be like, I'll just have a seat. We're climbing the big rope. I don't think so. I will not be getting friction burns on my crotch. I'm gonna have a seat, wheeze to myself. But then ninth grade, that was the high school PE teacher wasn't having. He was like, "What is this asthma?" And then he made me, his cure for asthma was that he made me run suicides. Do you guys know about that?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
A horrifying series of wind sprints. And I don't know who named that, but let me tell you something. If you make a little fat kid run back and forth until he dies, that is homicide.
I wonder if they're.
They will prosecute you.
I wonder if they're
I'm
still
pretty sure.
calling him that. I bet.
I doubt it, but
doubt it.
yeah.
They've changed it probably.
They've modified a lot of things.
They have. Yes.
Yeah. And you can't play
Dodgeball?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
let's face it,
But I
we're
mean,
raising a bunch of...
Yeah, every school, I could name you right now the kid that always wanted dodgeball.
Sure.
From my era.
And he's probably not the best guy
Probably not.
that you know. You think, or is it you? I don't want to be that.
I haven't seen him in a long time. But boy, could he throw that ball right in your face?
A lot of anger.
You could hear it coming.
It's not supposed to, and that poont sound when it hits your. And you're not supposed. That's not supposed to count. But the kids all still laugh, is what I found. Even if it doesn't count, you still get mocked a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But they don't play it anymore, right?
No.
They got rid of dodgeball.
I bet in some schools they do, and others they don't.
Yeah,
I would
think
hope it's
a
still
lot
up.
they
I
don't.
always thought it was fun.
Sure.
Even if you sucked at it, it was kind of fun.
Well, they probably don't allow you to pick teams anymore because that, somebody's going to be left out and their feelings are going to be hurt. Yeah.
This is feels very autobiographical. Suddenly,
sorry. Well, I tell you what, you've got your guitar out,
Yeah.
and I'm not familiar with your music. So can you just play something for us?
Yeah, sure. This
Give me
is
a test strum.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a song I wrote about getting married young. I got married very young. I was 9. My wife was 6.
Oh, yeah, that's very young.
Tennessee is different. Yeah. She skipped a year of school so we could get married, and she never went back. And she can't do fractions. No, I was 21. My wife had just turned 19, and so there's an energy to being married young. You're like, we're gonna live on love. It's us against the world. It's super dumb. And so this is a song I dedicate to anybody that got married young. It's a song I wrote about living on love. Baby, we got all we need to survive. 'Cause we got each other and we're doing just fine. So take my hand and walk through the night. 'Cause we got enough to last the rest of our lives. As long as we die by Tuesday.
Very sweet. Very nice. Yes.
Dark ending on that.
Well,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I like it though. It's great poetry when it doesn't need any more words.
Nope.
All the right words in the right place. You know what I'm talking about, Josh. Yeah, no superfluous anything.
Oh no, yeah.
You set it up and you knock them down.
That's right. No fat.
That was very nice. Johnny W is our guest, and he has brought his guitar along. Have you always been a guitar player?
Yeah, I started out in bands, and so when I started doing comedy, it just kind of felt natural to kind of have the guitar up there with me and do.
Can I ask?
Yeah,
real couple quick.
Sure.
I like to ask musicians.
Oh
this.
yeah, of course.
And I'll just to give you an example. I'll ask Pat. Pat, the first band you were ever in was called what?
Daybreak.
Oh man,
Pat, that's so good.
Yeah, that sounds like a Southern gospel.
It does.
Quartet.
Yeah.
Daybreak?
Yeah, I was the lead singer.
That's the first
Did you
I've
play
heard
piano
that.
or guitar?
I didn't play anything then.
Oh really?
Oh, you wore the
just a front man.
sweatbands. Yeah.
Daybreak.
Yeah.
We're Daybreak.
Did you guys write your own songs?
No.
Did you play Holiday Inns? What the hell?
No, we did the Harvey's Lake like convention center there.
Do you remember any of the songs you played?
Sure, I remember the whole set. China Grove, Ricky Don't Lose That Number.
Oh, we played the
Badge.
HLCC.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the next band you were in?
The Pat Godwin Trio.
That's a good name.
Yeah. It took a while to come up
You
with
had
that
to interview for that one.
Oddly enough, the third band he was in, Simply Red. Who knew? Yeah.
And I was in Maroon 6, but I got fired.
Okay. All right. Now, Johnny W., you mentioned you were in bands. Do you remember the names of them?
Yeah, it's weird. This is the late 90s, early 2000s. I was in a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
We were called, this is really corny, we were called Five Smooth Stones. Remember from the Story of David?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, Story of David. Sure.
That's our favorite.
David and Goliath.
Johnny,
It's a real David and Goliath story.
Sure. Now, our friend Donnie Baker, he was in a
Christian rock band, sure.
It was called Mucus Plug.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was Turtles with a D.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus is very forgiving, you see.
Yeah, well, then we changed our name because we found out there were a lot of Five Smooth Stones available. There were already, so we changed our name to 11th Hour. Then we found out there were like 12 11th Hours, which is odd. And then we changed our name to Amy Grant, but that was taken. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It's very heartbreaking, actually.
Now, Ace has a great band name, certainly. Your band was called
Ace Cosby and Off Your Rocker.
Yep.
Ace Cosby and Off Your Rocker.
Yes.
That's a great band name.
Not a great band
Very
name.
catchy.
Yeah. Do you have a logo?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any shirts? Do you have any shirts left?
Maybe one.
Got some merch in the garage hanging out. Maybe
Would you like me to have?
somewhere.
I can have. You want me to have PJ print you up some shirts for Off Your Rocker? Would you like that?
Now we're talking.
What do you hate money? Why?
Yeah.
He got out. You're trying to drag him back in.
I keep waiting for someone to come back.
Of all the bands you want to get back together, you're
You want Off the
pushing
Rocker to
Ace.
come back?
It's not off the rocker.
Off your rocker.
Off your Y-E-R.
And it's Ace
Believe
Cosby.
me, I'm well
it's
aware.
Off,
It's like a playful spelling.
It's Y-E-R?
Yeah.
I don't want to
Year.
print them anymore.
Yeah.
Off your walk. Ugh.
Off your rocker.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah, that is a great name for a band. Let's see. We have a little. We could another
One more.
Tune. Sure.
Yeah, I'll do a
What do you
tune.
got?
This is a love song. My wife's always mad at me. I haven't written her a love song, so I started working on one this year. It's a country tune, and so this is a love song to my wife.
Oh.
They say that feelings fade away just like the morning dew, but honey, they don't understand the way I care for you. And even in our golden years, we'll never call it quits. When we're old and wearing diapers, wearing depends with benefits. That's all I have so far. That one,
I'm sure she was
thank
touched.
you. That one's called I Won't Let You Change Me. It's a brand new. Still working on it.
All right.
Don't you go changing me.
Yeah, that's a nice song. Thank you. Johnny W., ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have Christy Lee right over there. She's at the Bob and Tom news desk. You got more animal stuff, you said?
Yes, hold on. Workers investigating potholes in Florida discovered an alligator in an underground pipe. The city of Oviedo said a stormwater crew was using a four-wheeled robot camera.
Oviedo.
To investigate a series.
By the way, a Chick McGee, nobody does. Nobody does a better Boz Skaggs than Chick McGee, but and it's got just a hint of Dudley Do-Right.
Sure, that's because Boz does.
Give me some
Sure
more Lido,
does.
will you?
Lido. Oh. Kills it, right?
Not there tonight?
No, not there.
Okay, sorry.
The robotic camera was investigating a series of potholes when it came across a 5-foot-long alligator inside a pipe under the road.
Small.
The gator took off. The camera followed the reptile about 340 feet into the pipe before getting stuck. I don't know which got stuck, the camera or the gator.
Camera.
Officials posted video captured by the camera and said just another reason not to go wandering down into the stormwater pipes. Well, who in the hell would want to do that?
Between that and the murderous clowns.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the chuds. Oh, boy.
Sounds like a kid's book.
And the poop.
Gator in the sewer pipe?
Yeah, no, the robot meets the alligator.
Oh.
I mean, it's a robot camera.
Wow.
Jake, did you hear?
That's fascinating. It's a robot
It
camera.
could be like a love story, like a new love story for the 21st century. The robot falls in love with
an alligator.
Yeah, how
Like
could
an
they make
AI
a
story.
robot camera? It's amazing.
It's
They
pretty
have
cool.
robot cameras they put down your throat, for gosh sakes.
You know, sometimes they make robot cameras that fly in the air.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do they talk?
Sometimes they
talk
kill.
back to
Sometimes
you.
they kill people.
Yeah.
Oh.
These robots can do a lot of stuff.
Sometimes they'll accidentally bomb a school.
So,
Sometimes they have missiles,
Is anyone
yes.
else
This got
thinking
really
what I'm
dark.
thinking, which is if there are alligators in the sewer, does that mean it's potentially coming up your toilet?
That's the urban legend, right? That you
Flush them and
An alligator is not going to come up your toilet.
No. Snakes.
No.
Snakes have.
Snakes have. but
Rats
not-
have.
Not in my toilet. I've got a guy, so he's not
Sometimes the
coming up.
poop comes back, too. Every flushed, and then all of a sudden you go, what the hell's this?
Those
And it came
wipes
back.
things.
That was the name of Pat's second album. Sometimes the poop comes back.
Daybreak. Sometimes the poop.
It was
Hey,
Daybreak.
that was Johnny Loudone.
Johnny Loudone.
Okay. Thank you very much. A 5-foot alligator and a robot camera.
Yeah, together at
5-foot
last.
alligator is kind of a baby, actually.
Yeah, it's mostly tail.
Oh, really? You'd
Yes.
pick up a 5-foot
It's
alligator?
mostly tail.
No, it's got like
Break
a foot
its
of,
back
foot
over
of
my
teeth.
Swing that thing and throw it.
You are so afraid of the wrong thing.
Living.
I'm afraid of a 5-foot alligator. You're damn right I am. If there were one in here, you wouldn't be over there petting it.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
I'd put my head in its mouth.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
wouldn't put your head
Of course,
in
I'd be
its
killed,
mouth,
but I'd still do it.
Give me the teaser, Christy.
Well, we still have one more animal story coming up, and it involves a bear.
Oh.
And we have a young man driving his mom's car. We have beer-powered motorcycle. And we also-
drives me crazy. Remember that one?
Oh, I love
Fine
that
Young
song.
Cannibals?
Yes.
FYC.
Can we come back and just play that song all the way through?
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
No.
Good. Why don't you have a phone?
Pat's third band was called Beer Powered Motorcycle.
That's actually a cool name.
Sadly, in high school, sadly. Didn't care for that. Right now, Josh, we've been talking to Josh's house, and Josh has been doing some work at his place lately, and it's very tough these days to find tradesmen of every ilk, if you will. And Josh found a way to find him. And this is great because it involves what used to be called Angie's List.
Yes, that's right. Angie's List now. Angie, your home for everything home. Angie doesn't just get your home projects done. Angie gets them done well. And that's the thing. I'm handy.
Yeah.
But I'm not get it perfectly done well handy.
You know what I need? I need new posts for my front porch because apparently they're rotting.
Oh, my
gosh. Can Angie help me?
Of course Angie can. Angie is your personal home expert. Angie served 150 million consumers to date with over 220,000 pros in their network. So, Christy, you're going to find exactly who you need to do exactly what it is
I'm going to Angie right now.
I love Angie. Angie makes it easy to research, compare, and hire pros to ensure a job done well. What are you looking for? Some ionic columns?
No. Ionic?
Sure.
No, I just want some cedar columns. Is that okay?
That's even easier.
Okay.
Angie has simplified finding help for home projects. In just a few taps in the Angie app or clicks on the site, you can have Angie tackle your home service project from start to finish. Or you can do what Christy's doing right now. Research, connect with local pros for that specific project of yours. Angie can help you get a fair price. Christy, there will be no surprises when that invoice is handed to you. Angie has projects priced up front. They clearly lay out the cost before you buy. And they have projects, small repairs, major remodels, hundreds of projects, all types of things. Angie, my go-to for anything I need to get done around the house. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Thank you very much, Josh.
You're very welcome, Tom.
When we come back, we're going to hang out with Johnny W., or as some people call him, Johnny W. W. And we'll get a song from Patty G as well. Okay? Looking forward to that, certainly, Pat. You got something in the old quiver in there?
Sure, I got something.
Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Family friendly.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. We have a special guest.
We do. He is comedian Johnny W. And Johnny is a veteran stand-up comedian, a veteran of 27 years of marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Got this letter from Ron in LeClaire, Iowa.
Oh, okay.
He goes, Dear Bob and Tom Show, your guest is a comedian and has been married for 27 years. What happened?
Yeah, rare breed.
Rarity indeed. We were talking about, I don't know why we were talking about playing dodgeball.
We were talking about schools and things that you can't do at school anymore.
It doesn't really matter why we were talking about it. What do you have?
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking about it. This could be off the mark, but I was thinking about Mr. Whitelaw, who was my gym teacher.
Oh, okay.
Elementary school.
That scared me for a minute.
Yeah, that was his name.
That was his
Mr.
name.
Whitelaw.
Whitelaw.
Mr. Whitelaw was his name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's still with us, but nice guy. But I always wondered when you'd have that substitute gym teacher, and they'd come out and they would, it's dodgeball, and they'd roll the ball out. Do you think they were just hungover and didn't want to do anything?
Probably.
Oftentimes, I think substitute
when they would break out the dodgeball and just spend 45 minutes creaming each other in the face. Just kind of curious. Now, Johnny W. has his guitar with him. And,
yes.
I thought we could do maybe a...
you want to do another?
Sure, you can do it too. Maybe we got one on a Mr. Pat Godwin as well.
I don't want to... If Pat's got a thing, that's...
Oh, no, Johnny, please.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right. Twist my arm, I'll do it. Well, let's see. This one's another country song. Here's what I love about country. It's like it's about your family. You're learning from the older generation. They're passing down wisdom in a country song. But my family was a little bit odd, and I didn't really have that kind of relationship. Like you go to the fishing hole with Papa, he teaches you a life lesson. But my grandparents were kind of kooky, creepy people. So this is as far as I've gotten on my family song. It goes like this. These days we're in a hurry. No one takes the time to listen. If we ever stopped and looked around, we'd see what we've been missing. Like Saturdays at Grandma's, the whole family gathered round. We loved to hear those stories as we sat there on the ground. She'd tell us about the good old days, and before she was through, she'd offer up some free advice and most of it rang true. She said, try your best, hold your head up high, win or lose. And don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. And you have to wear this tinfoil hat or the government will read your thoughts. It's when we realized that Nana might be crazy. Oh, I got to finish that. That's not all the way. That was not all the way done either.
Now, we had the alligator story a few minutes ago, and I mentioned another story from the past. I found it. This is from WSB TV.
Mm-hmm.
SPD? Is that what you said?
No, that wouldn't be S then.
Oh, yeah. That'd just be...
A Georgia man fleeing from police jumped into an alligator-infested pond to escape arrest. WSB TV reports police in Chatham County were pursuing a Mr. Billy Sloan. Following an alleged crime spree, he jumped into a pond on a golf course not knowing it was inhabited by alligators. One of the reptiles swam toward the 29-year-old and started to circle him.
Ooh.
The authorities had to scare off the gators by bringing a helicopter in to hover over the water. But rather than get out of the water, Sloan began an hour-long standoff with officers from the middle of the pond.
Take his chance with the gator.
He was later taken into custody. But yikes. That is... That's rough. That's rough. Now, we return to the news desk with Christy Lee. What you got over there?
Well, I think this wraps up our animal hunk. A West Virginia man's home security camera recorded this scene. A bear wandered onto his porch at night and rang the doorbell.
Well, what is he supposed to do, knock?
Dustin Smith of Fairmount posted a video to Facebook showing the bear wandering up to his front door just after 11 p.m., and investigating his Ring doorbell camera. And he hit the doorbell.
Little ding-dong ditch with the the bear.
How'd you like to groggily answer the door and there's a bear standing there?
Or even worse, a flaming paper bag of bear poop.
Wouldn't the
classic gag.
Bear.
Honey, your mom's here. Something like that. Okay.
Hey, Pat?
Yeah.
I was thinking, do you know your song about hearing troubles?
I could pull that up.
Tinnitus.
Take a little second.
This is I really like this song. I want you to play one for Johnny here. This is a short song, but I like it because it really gets to the point. Now, is your hearing pretty good?
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was in band, so it's probably not perfect.
He's young.
Yeah, you don't have like a constant...
No, there's no ringing
crickets in your ears like I do.
Okay.
Now, Pat, you've dealt with tinnitus or tinnitus for quite some time, right?
Yeah, it's tinnitus, not tinnitus.
Okay. You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because I have ringing in my ears and my doctor pronounces it tinnitus. Let me try that again. I have ringing in my ears and my doctor pronounces it tinnitus, not tinnitus. He knows the ear, nose, and throat, but when the stomach starts to bloat, is it gastritis or gastritis? We've been saying it wrong all these years. Laymen prefer tinnitus, but the professional says tinnitus. It confuses us and divides us. The little spider veins that cause us lots of pain, it's not phlebitis, it's phlebitis. So it's bronchitis, arthritis, tonsillitis, hepatitis, and my girlfriend has colitis. I'm still going to say tinnitus, not tinnitus, and I'm fine with this. And you highbrow physicians, you all sound ridiculous.
Thank you very much.
A little slow in the beginning, but I haven't done it in a while.
That was great. A little bit of a song about pronouncing stuff.
Good try.
Coming up, we have something for you motorcycle enthusiasts out there that's really, really interesting. And also we have something about a joyride.
Is it Then Came Bronson?
No.
Oh, I love Then Came Bronson. Michael
I know
Parks.
you do,
It's great.
yeah.
What a great show.
Yeah, don't you have some audio from that?
I do, of course. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Whether it's a movie night or just midday, Skinny Pop is a salty snack that keeps on giving. Made with just 3 simple ingredients for an irresistibly delicious taste and a large serving size that lasts. Deliciously popped, perfectly salted. Skinny Pop, popular for a reason. Shop Skinny Pop now.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest.
Formerly of, was it 12 Smooth Stones?
It was 5.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you added 7
Well,
stones.
no, you added horn section.
Yes,
and then it became 12.
Right.
12 Smooth Stones.
It's almost as if you don't know what the story's about.
Yeah, like you don't know your Bible.
You never read the
well.
Bible.
Yeah. Come on.
I just saw the movie, didn't care for it.
Oh.
Johnny W. is our guest, and he's entered this den of sin, as they would say in the song Goldfinger.
I feel like I'm being corrupted in here.
Remember that
Oh,
line?
you will be.
I gotta get out of here.
Goldfinger, enter this den of sin.
Oh, no, I didn't have the lyrics of that one memorized.
You've never heard the song Goldfinger?
Well, of course I've heard it.
Oh,
Goldfinger.
you had it ready.
What a voice.
That's
Load
the
it
only
up.
thing we know.
Yeah, what a voice.
Yeah, he's the man with the Midas touch. Now,
No difference.
You were in a band called?
We were called 5 Smooth Stones, but
Five
then we were
Smooth
called 11th Hour, and then Amy Grant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys do Rolling Stones covers?
We did not do Rolling Stones. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys have, because comedians pull, Pat knows this, we pull odd news stories for our shows and try to make, do you guys have like somebody that pulls those news stories for you? Do you guys
yeah.
Like somebody that finds all that stuff?
Yeah, we made a living off of that.
I love that. Yeah, it's great. You guys find funny stuff. I found one the other day, and it was a University of Georgia student was attacked by a female mime.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Ooh. I was like, that's crazy, because who's ever heard of a silent woman?
Oh!
Guys, that's not.
Bang! So,
do you see what you brought out of me? Do you see what you've made me do? That's on y'all. That's on y'all.
Boy, those dames, huh?
You're going to hear a silent dame right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. I didn't mean
dame.
it. I did it for the laughs. It wasn't about you.
Sounds like a Raymond Chandler, the silent dame.
She's silent because she's dead.
Oh.
By the way, Johnny W. will be appealing to both men and women. Coming up next Friday in Brillion, Wisconsin, at the Brillion Andres Performing Arts Center. The odds of my pronouncing that correctly are so slim.
That's okay. You did a nice
It's
try.
spelled with an E. I have no idea. Christy Lee, once again, at the news desk. What have you got over there?
In Pennsylvania, officials are saying a large boat fell off a tow truck and onto a highway in Bucks County, blocking the road in both directions.
Good-looking boat, too.
NBC Philadelphia reports the boat was being towed on Route 1 when it fell off the vehicle. No one was injured during the incident.
Land ho! See, it's right there in the middle of the freeway. If you're on the boat, you go,
I don't even get that.
We found land. Well,
that's because you're not a sailor.
The
like
pirates
Tom.
would say land ho, you see, when they saw
You don't say it.
terra firma.
Okay. All right. It's me. I know.
Explain to your boss. Sorry, boss, I couldn't get here. There was a boat in my way this morning.
Yeah.
Big boat?
Oh, it's a nice boat.
Is it a nice boat?
Oh, it's a nice boat.
Oh, okay.
Chris Kraft?
I'm not sure, but it's a big boat. It's
gorgeous.
Beautiful boat.
Big boat.
What's the biggest boat you ever had? You own a boat? You own a boat? You
Yeah,
owned a boat,
of course.
right?
Yeah.
Of
you
course.
sold it?
Uh-huh.
Huh. You could have probably made money on it, probably, right?
Oh, I doubt it. No, I don't think anyone in the history of boating.
So did you own a boat prior to working here, or did you have one while you were working here?
I had one while I was working here. I used to live in a
Really?
little lake.
Oh, okay.
So
you had like a little pontoon boat or something?
Oh, you mean like did you have a sailboat?
I have had a sailboat. I didn't have one on that lake.
Well, that doesn't. That's not
Unless you
sailing.
count a sunfish.
That's not boating.
Okay, well, it
You
wasn't
know
as
that.
nice as the boat that was on this freeway, I'll tell you that. Right.
Oh, nice boat.
Nice boat.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Big boat. Big boat, I understand.
Big, nice boat.
Yeah.
A Minnesota man created a beer-powered motorcycle, not a boat. Mr. Kai Michelson, who has made everything from a rocket-powered toilet to a jet-powered coffee pot.
Oh, so he's a madman.
Yes. Now has a new invention sitting in his garage.
I'm going to make a rocket-powered toilet.
Michelson told KMSP.
That's right.
That instead of a gas engine, his motorcycle is a 14-gallon keg with a heating coil inside. When he pours beer into the keg, the liquid heats up to 300 degrees. When it exits the nozzles in the back, The beer turns into superheated steam, which provides enough thrust to move the bike forward. Michelson estimates it moves the bike forward at up to 150 miles per hour.
Whoa,
I'd like to see that.
That's not.
He said the price of gas is getting up there, but here's the interesting thing. He said, I don't even drink, so I can't think of anything better than to use it for fuel, beer.
Here's a picture of this thing. It's got this huge tank that would be between your legs as you ride this bike.
That sounds safe.
I can't figure out how his legs aren't burning. It's hard to tell.
Wouldn't beer be about the same price as gas per gallon? If you think of beer, a gallon of beer. I mean, unless it's like old milk. I don't know what kind of beer are we talking here?
I don't know.
That's a fair question.
Seems like a waste of beer.
It's just fun. What else are you going to do with a case of Schlitz?
What is the steam?
Yeah,
drink it. Would the steam coming off of the thing have like inebriating effects if you were to get close to it?
I'll bet it would smell like beer.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
would think.
tough to explain to the police. No, officer, it's my exhaust.
I was just. Yeah.
By the way, officer, I'm using IPA, so it's very, very, very good smelling. Very expensive. Cool idea. This guy just has a lot of fun doing stuff. It's fun.
I don't know about that.
All right.
What's fun is to drink beer. Not burn it up so that your Kawasaki can move.
Makes my motorcycle go.
Well, it's not a Kawasaki, clearly.
Build something.
Kawasaki, but it's SAKE. See what I did?
Saki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to use liquor, that's like using high test. That's the that's the better fuel. Now, we have Pat Godwin in the next room and another guitar player. He's Johnny W. sitting in with us right now. Do we have another song we could?
Yeah, I could do one for you. This is a good one here. Let's see. She never heard the word impossible, and she ain't familiar with regret. She don't know the meaning of many words at all. She's stupid. That's a short one.
You're really hitting the ladies.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're happily
Put them
married.
back to back. That's not. I didn't mean to.
Okay. Now, Christy, what have we missed?
Two very young boys on the Malaysian island of Langkawi crashed their parents' car while out on a joyride.
Uh-oh.
According to CNN, the brothers, 6 and 3, took their parents' car for a late-night spin.
Well, that's too young to drive.
Yes. How do they reach the pedals? Police said the boys traveled about a mile and a half before losing control of the vehicle and crashing into a lamppost.
Somebody's going to be in timeout.
Yeah, the boys were apparently headed to a local store to buy themselves a toy car.
Oh.
The elder boy suffered a cut to his chin while his brother was not injured, fortunately.
Have they stolen their daddy's wallet? Or are they just going to trade dad's car for the toy car?
Maybe they saved their allowance.
Yeah, sure. This is why you keep your keys on top of the fridge to keep Junior from stealing your car. Did you ever?
Is that right?
Tom, didn't you?
Did you ever roll your dad's car out of the garage and take it for a joyride?
No.
We did that to my girlfriend's brother's car one time.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you?
15 probably. She sideswiped a bunch of cars too. It was a bad night.
Oh boy.
If you're rolling a car out
Yeah.
of the garage to sneak it away from you're up to no good. I would not trust that guy with anything, especially building a house. No way. Forget it.
Now, you know that my friend Mark, when he was 15, he and his buddies would occasionally do that. And his dad heard me telling the story on the air, like 40 years after the fact, and he was furious.
Sure. Thought he had a good son.
Isn't that a little long to take I mean, come on.
He was furious.
And didn't he have to put Mark have to put blocks on his feet so he could reach the pedals?
No, he's not a tall man, certainly, but
Like Oh, brother, where art thou? Isn't that kid drives one?
he had a good time. Yeah, but didn't have a license. But they were okay. They didn't hit anything like your friend.
Oh, it was bad.
Did you?
No, the worst part is we didn't tell anybody. We just parked the car and went back inside.
Oh, so what they think? What did they go? Oh, somebody.
I
must
never
have
I didn't stick around to
sideswiped.
ask. It was her brother's car. So, yeah.
Well, aren't you coming?
So they just disappeared from your lives? You never heard anything about what happened?
Nope.
Well, now
I'm sure I did, but I just don't remember.
we had a boat.
Sounds like you killed a guy.
I think something else happened that night.
We did not kill a guy.
That you know of.
No, I'm sure.
And we had a story about a boat on the highway.
Yes.
It fell off a truck, but there's a new highway. This is kind of interesting for music fans.
Yeah, Minnesota has honored Prince by renaming a 7-mile stretch of highway after him.
Oh, what an honor.
Governor Tim Walz used purple ink to sign the bill dedicating the roadway, formerly known as Minnesota Highway 5.
Did he?
The path runs past the late music legend's Paisley Park home and recording studio and will now be called the Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway.
Well, for now.
Purple road.
They're going to change it to an unreadable symbol in about 5
the
years.
highway formerly known as.
Yeah.
The highway formerly known as.
Purple road signs will soon go up along the highway declaring the new name.
Yeah, I was just reading an article about the 100 dumbest things in the history of music.
Is that one of them?
That was one of them.
That's
when,
up there.
When Prince, you couldn't call him Prince anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Be a fun highway to ride on, though. Get on there. So what do you do? They say, let's go crazy. You just get on the highway, like the Autobahn.
By the way, there's no toll if you're in a little red Corvette.
Sure.
Of course.
You can drive under the graffiti bridge.
Just a courtesy.
You hear the car? That's what it sounds like when Doves cry.
Right now, speaking of hearing
I shouldn't
things,
have tried. You're right.
It's going to sound great if you're listening on your Raycon earbuds, right, Chick?
Yes,
none
sir.
of this will sound great.
Raycon's mission, despite what Josh is mumbling, is to prove that you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and essential smart tech listening features that everyone else seems to have. And Raycon has them at far less the price. Raycon, you can get a pair to spare even and still pay less than you would with some of those other big-name tech brands out there. Raycon knows that right about now, every purchase needs to be perfect. Raycon has buy now, pay later options. They have an easy and free return guarantee. They offer free domestic shipping, and Raycon has flat fee international shipping. And they have over 50,000 five-star reviews. And the folks at Raycon, they want you to know about 8 hours of playback, crystal clear call quality, and they're water and sweat resistant. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off the already low Raycon price. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, we're going to hang out with Johnny W., Patty G., and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
We have two surprises for our guest. He is comedian Johnny W.
Mm-hmm.
We have two surprises for Johnny. And the first one should be appearing on the big screen right over there on the wall. And there it is.
Look at that handsome devil.
Oh, thanks, Christy. I'm feeling good today. I'm looking good. Johnny, welcome to the studio.
Thanks.
My name's Jeff Oskay. You probably don't know this, but we give you a lot of the news each week, Johnny, but we don't give you all the news. So what I'm here to do is to give you and the listeners the news that we have failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
Pew, 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 pew. A man collected 650,000 discarded cigarette butts. What you failed to mention, for his efforts, he earned $3,000 in camel cash. Camel cash.
Camel cash.
Tom Brady, as you guys heard, has come out and said he's no longer dating models. No longer dating models. What you failed to mention, yeah, me too, Tom. Me too. Not to brag, but I'm going to. My first wife was actually a model. She actually was. Sure, it was for Lane Bryant, but she was a model. She was the Ann Tall part of the modeling system. So I don't mean to brag, but I landed one. For $120,000, you'll soon be able to ride in a balloon and have lunch at the edge of space. What you failed to mention, how was space lunch? Expensive. An ex-mortuary worker was indicted for selling stolen body parts for $11,000 to a man she met on Facebook. Well, you failed to mention, that's right, I've got used uvulas, fresh femurs, and ripe rumps. Come get them while they're still warm, everybody. Fresh femurs.
Ripe rumps.
Ripe rumps.
Yes, sir.
The old rumpus.
Someone set the record for the fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head. What you failed to mention, assembling the Mrs. Potato Head takes way longer. She can't decide on what shoes she wants to wear. Then you have to talk her out of the bathroom because the shoes you picked make her ankles look fat.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole ordeal. Airbnb is now renting rooms at homes where the owners live as well. What you failed to mention, first of all, I'm putting this down. No one can steal my idea, but hear me out. I'm now renting a room in my house out, but only to nerdy people that like to play dice and fantasy role-playing games.
Okay.
That's right. I've opened the world's first Air D&D.
Oh, nice.
And finally, this is kind of a survey. What's the dumbest thing you guys have ever gotten drunk and bought online? Chick?
Let me think. Probably a really cheap alarm clock.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Christy?
Boy, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, I've topped you all because 3 weeks ago I got drunk and got online, bought a used car.
Oh,
is that right?
I'm not bragging. What I failed to mention when I told my buddy Cam, he said to me, Oskay, you've come a long way, baby. I remember a time in your life when you couldn't have gotten drunk and even rented a used car. I'm Jeff Oskay, and this has been the news that we
failed to mention news. Jeff Oskay.
Jeffrey, there he goes.
They're very funny, Jeffrey. Thank you
I
very
like
much.
to drink and shop. That's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm not one of those either.
No.
Yeah, the dumbest thing I ever bought was
Dumbest thing you ever buy. Now, that's a whole different topic.
it was on one of those TV commercials.
Yeah.
One of those mail order TV commercials, whatever you are.
Uh-huh.
Pre-internet. It was a poached egg.
You bought a poached egg?
Poached egg maker.
Oh, a poached egg maker.
I love poached eggs.
Sure.
But this thing, it was like this rubber mat.
Uh-huh.
and you put the eggs in it and then float it.
Yeah.
And it proceeded to have all the egg whites congeal and go over the place. And then the big problem was cleaning this thing.
Oh.
You couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah, but it seemed like on TV it worked great.
I've got an egg poacher that I love, man. It's real simple.
Yeah.
It's a Pampered Chef item.
No,
yeah.
you'll have to show me
I
off
need
the
to hear
air.
those. I haven't had a poached egg in years. My mother used to make them when I was a kid, but I don't know how to make them.
And she made them like old school,
Yeah,
right?
with the
Yeah.
metal
Little
thing.
metal thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that
My
you
grandma
put in
used
the
to do that
water.
too.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
I remember as a kid going, what? Why all the work? Just make me scrambled eggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the runny yolk.
Well,
I like
sure. Now I know better.
Josh turned me on this. There's a hard-boiled egg maker.
Yeah.
Right? You 6 compartments or whatever it is. You plop them in there and you plug it in, and
You can do them in your air fryer.
20 seconds.
I did
later.
I did my Easter eggs
Yeah.
in an air fryer.
How about that?
Isn't that amazing?
That's the best. I'm sorry, it's food talk as it always ends up being on this show.
Food talk.
With us in the studio, through the glass, it's Patty G.
Hello.
And Patty, of course, is a professional comedian, as is Johnny W.
Oh no!
Now, Johnny, I always tell all our guests that are in the
sweet baby Jesus
in the comedy
Yeah.
business.
No.
Right.
No.
This is not to insult you in any way.
Sure.
But I always give the same example. Even Tiger Woods takes an occasional golf lesson.
Yeah.
Because once you've reached the peak of your particular pursuit, there are still things you can learn.
Yes.
And that's why we now present a little bit of a comedy schooling with Ace Cosby.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Johnny, I'm kind of bummed. My girlfriend recently left me. She said my life just revolved around football. And she couldn't take it anymore. Man, we were together 7 seasons.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Chick, you're a big football fan. Did you enjoy the comedy there?
No.
I appreciate your honesty, your candor.
Thank you.
Like that very much, Ace.
Oh, it was very cute.
Very cute.
Oh,
Now, speaking of comedy,
that hurt.
Johnny, you mentioned you've been married for quite some time.
Yes.
You've been on the road for quite some time. I didn't ask you, how did you start? Did you have a straight job before you entered the world of comedy?
I actually was. I worked at a church. I was a preacher. Can you believe
okay.
it?
No
Yeah,
kidding.
So I was a college pastor. So college kids up to no good, and then I transitioned into. And that's the thing. I was talking Pat backstage about that. Like when you start doing comedy, like he's been doing it longer than me. But like you take jobs you shouldn't have taken. You always say yes. This is so great to be here, but I've said yes to things. I remember when I'd been doing comedy like 2 years, and I did a homeschool convention.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,000 homeschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
And my agent told him I was homeschooled. That's how I got the show. You know, Johnny was homeschooled his last, and that's true. I was homeschooled my last 2 years of high school.
Wow.
But I was like, I don't know if I relate to today's homeschooler. Like 1 out of 5 families homeschools. Now, when I did it was the 90s. It was like shut-ins and burn victims and my family. That was the community of homeschoolers
right
then. But the lady was all excited. You're one of us. You got to write some homeschool jokes. These people love to be teased. And I was like, lady, I'm on it. And they do not love it. They don't. I ran out with my homes. It was all I could do. You want to hear the joke that upset him?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, sure.
I ran out and said, guys, what is the difference between 1,000 homeschoolers and my dogs? And they were like, what? I said, my dogs are vaccinated. They didn't. No, they'll bite you. These homeschoolers will bite you. They'll latch on.
They'll literally bite you.
Yeah. I had to burn him off like a tick. So.
Now, am I correct in saying you currently live in Nashville?
Nashville, Tennessee, yeah.
Okay.
Music City. Yeah, I haven't always lived there, and it's interesting. I grew up. I thought I would run into all the country stars that you think you're gonna. Because I lived in Knoxville, and I was like, oh, these country stars are everywhere in Nashville. And it took me 10 years. I lived there 10 years before it's like 2017 maybe. I saw Kenny Rogers coming out of the hardware store.
Wow,
Kenny Rogers. I don't know if you saw Kenny towards the end, but
you couldn't recognize him.
He looked like he may have had some work done.
Yeah.
I'm not judging either. If it makes you feel better, you got the money, cut away. It doesn't bother.
Yeah, but his was so severe.
I'm just saying, if you were his surgeon, you had those jowls pulled back tight. Like, you got to know when to hold them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
Now, do you like country music? Do you play country?
I do. I like old country, though. I like 70s. I think classic country. I like
that's wonderful. Yeah,
Merle and Waylon and Hank. These were ugly people. I think ugly men write the best country songs.
They're not ugly
have pain.
now.
They have pain, and they can draw from that sadness.
Right.
Being ugly.
Eric Church doesn't know pain.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keith Urban, he's way too attractive. You know, that's why I think country music is not as like Merle Haggard looked like he walked 5 miles on his face. He had seen some things.
He had seen some things.
So Keith Urban, it's like, what pain is he? Did he burn himself with his hair straightener? No, this guy, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. But.
Their kids have kind of taken on. Like the young Haggards and your Hank 3s and 4s.
Shooter Jennings.
Shooter Jennings. They look more like their dads.
Yeah. Well, it's good. We got to bring it back. Some scars on these faces. We need something.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. You raise a very good point. Now, we have Christy Lee back at the news desk.
Authorities in California are saying a vehicle crashed into the second story of a home. Cal Fire's Nevada Yuba Placer unit said crews responded to a residence in Placer County where a car crashed into the home's second-story craft room and stairwell.
Well, that's not easy.
No. Apparently, the woman was driving extremely fast when the car went aloft. The woman was removed from the vehicle and airlifted to Sutter Roseville Hospital with injuries. KCRA reports the homeowners were not in the house when the accident occurred.
Bet they take that ramp out of their front yard.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you do that?
I don't know.
You go airborne?
Zoom.
Yeah,
driving the chitty chitty bang bang car? Bang bang chitty chitty bang bang. Chick, come on, join me.
Oh, you chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
You don't never saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I did not.
Dick Van Dyke?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Dick Van Dyke's in Chitty Chitty Bang
What
Bang,
do your
isn't he?
kids watch?
Wow.
And by the way, it is chitty chitty.
Yes.
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 Except for one reviewer.
Well, yeah,
He got real clever.
That's just asking for it.
Yeah.
It's a sound the car makes.
Yeah.
I see. Have they remade that?
Magic.
They have not remade
The car
Chitty
is
Chitty
magic.
Bang Bang.
It needs a reboot, I think. Yeah,
Did they?
It's ready. No, they need
Oh, yeah.
I think it's ready.
Maybe it was just so crappy.
Oh, it was a joy. It was
Was it
joyful.
crappy?
Fun.
Great.
I can't believe you didn't watch that.
Great songs.
Yeah.
How about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Paddington?
Then I'd go see it.
Yeah, there you go.
You're a Paddington fan?
Oh.
Does the bear chitty in the woods?
Paddington 2 should have won the Academy Award.
Best picture.
Hugh Grant should have gotten Best Supporting Actor. God, he's great in that movie.
Does he finish the sentence? He tends to Well, inevitably.
Oh, sure, yeah. I love
kind of a
indeed.
waspy Woody Allen.
Authorities in Michigan say a missing 8-year-old boy recently survived 2 days in a state park by eating snow and sheltering under a log.
My goodness.
Michigan State Police said Nanti Nimini was missing after gathering firewood for his family's campsite in Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park.
Every time she says camp, I can't help but smile.
Campsite.
It's because of you guys.
Police I want to hear one of these stories where he survived by... Well, he was trapped near the cafeteria. He was just hot dogs and
went to the food court.
Ate like a king, he did. But,
gained 4 pounds. But,
Police said after getting lost, Niemi figured the best thing to do was to just stop and wait. To survive, he covered up with branches and leaves for warmth and also blanketed the log he was under. He didn't have any food but ate clean snow for hydration.
Wow.
The search and rescue effort located the boy about 2 miles from the campsite. He's in good health and has been reunited with his family. Apparently, this 8-year-old has done some survival skill training, it seems.
Well, maybe the 8-year-old shouldn't have wandered off.
Yeah, maybe you don't
about
say,
that?
hey, Billy, go get or whatever his name was, go get the firewood. It's got to be that place is on Lake Superior. It's got to be freezing up there.
Oh, of course, yes.
Lake Superior.
Everybody knows
Lake Superior.
Lake Superior. Actually, let me explain to our guests.
Far greater than any other lake.
Yes. Get
you don't understand, Johnny.
I think someone's feeling a little superior themselves.
Tom backpacked across Isle Royal. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, Isle Royal, of course, is in Lake Superior, as you know, Johnny. I'm sure you've traveled to Michigan.
Of course.
I have, but
the only state,
largest freshwater lake in the universe that we know.
It's not that fresh.
Terrific body.
Terrific place. Although this kid was eating the snow, so it was actually probably better than the water in Flint.
Right. Did you see the one about the woman in Australia that got lost in the outback? Yeah. She lived on candy and a bottle of wine, and she didn't even drink.
Candy?
Yeah.
Candy.
Candy? Camping with the candy?
You can't go camping with candy.
You can't.
Now, Pat, since we have Johnny here, could you... favor us with a
I
tune?
know where you're going.
As you know, Johnny, I'm sure you were influenced by many artists, including the great Canadian singer-songwriter. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes. You've got to do this.
Gordon Lightfoot sadly left us.
Yes.
Everybody get our phones out so we can get a picture of Johnny's face.
And Gordon, for my money, wrote one of the great songs of all time.
Sure.
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
I don't even think it's a song.
That was the final version. And Pat does a lot of research, and he found out sort of the working title.
A rough draft.
Yeah, the rough draft. Would you mind, Pat?
Sits down below like the ship we all know, the rectum of Ella Fitzgerald. She'd scat when she sang, and her bottom would bang. A disaster when the winds would come early.
The bottom would bang.
The Fitzgerald. You're playing at a church tonight, right? The Fitzgerald family emailed me.
Yeah.
Said stop singing about poor Ella's rectum. They complained and they cussed. I threw Tom under the bus. I said I write him. It's Tom who corrects him. The doctor, it said, would always turn his head when performing her colon procedure.
That's the best line in there.
There's polyps and corn and Louis Armstrong's horn. The rectum of Ella Fitzgerald.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to miss you.
Rest in peace, Gordon.
Rest in peace, Gordon. Okay, thank you very much, Pat. It's kind of somber, even. Yeah. When you're thinking about a cornet and Ella Fitzgerald's keister. It's really, really touching. Thank you very much.
Stupid.
Yeah. Very. I agree.
Profoundly stupid. Thank you very much. We have time for one more quickie. Do you have another song you'd like to do for us?
Yeah, sure. Well, sometimes I like to do some I like some jokes that I have require musical accompaniment. I think it's a little bit better, a little more contemplative.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So I'll do some of those. I want to host a game show where redneck contestants answer trivia questions for cash and prizes.
Oh.
And wrong answers cost them their hair. It's called Mull It Over. Tennessee's number one for allergies. They're always number one for allergies of all the 50 states. Here's how bad it is in Tennessee. We got people now in Tennessee buying meth to turn it back into Sudafed. My mom used to say a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. It was true of everything except suppositories. Call that joke sweet and low.
Too sweet.
Since you like that one, I'll do this one too. I think the slogan for Imodium AD should be, do yourself a solid. I thought it was pretty cool when my dad pulled my loose tooth using the old string around the doorknob method.
Oh, sure.
It was less cool when he took out my tonsils. So my dad was a conjoined twin.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. That's not the joke.
No, I'm just laughing at Tom's. Wow.
Wow. That is very unusual.
Very Carson-esque. I loved it.
Wow. So your uncle, obviously you're pretty close
so
to
my dad was a conjoined twin.
Yeah.
So we used to refer to his brother as my uncle on my father's side.
On that note, Johnny W. Thank you, Johnny. That is great. I love that. By the way, among other things, Johnny W., next Friday, Brillion, Wisconsin, at the Brillion Andres Performing Arts Center. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I'm pronouncing this correctly. Hello Fresh. What's that all about?
Good
Great
food.
And Hello Fresh has something new out there. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16 for the details. The details would include getting 16 free meals and free shipping for as part of a very special project that they got going right now. HelloFresh, what do? Well, they buy the food. They buy it in bulk, so you save money. Then they prepare the food in as much as they can by making the proportions just the way you want them to put them together. So they buy the food, and then they portion it all out. You just put it together, sometimes in as little as 10 minutes. What kind of food is it? Every week, more than 40 recipes to choose from all spheres of the food world, including pescatarian, vegetarian, fit and wholesome, or good old-fashioned family-friendly food. Get all the details at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. By the way, HelloFresh knows it's okay to be picky. You can switch stuff around, switch out the proteins, do whatever you want. Also, you can celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month this month with some very special recipes created by the famous chef Serbi Sani from New York City's Tagmo restaurant. So try something new. That's the whole idea of HelloFresh. You're going to put it together and have great restaurant quality food, eat well, and save money. 16 free meals and free shipping with the code BTShow16 when you go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up today in history, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Pretty much.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Johnny W. for stopping by. He's here with us in the studio. Comedian, guitar slinger. Tends to write very short songs.
Yeah.
I like them.
Just want to get in and get out.
I like them.
Nobody gets hurt.
They're very nice.
Guitar slinger, though?
You like that?
Guitarist, maybe.
Yeah.
A slinger?
I was trying to make him a little hipper than he is, I think.
You trying to make someone hipper is...
No.
That also implied that you didn't think he was very hip. And
yeah, why does
I think he's
you?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you.
Yeah. It's got a goatee. That's like a mark.
No, this gives me the illusion of a chin. You look at this, you go, I bet that guy has a chin. You'd be wrong.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I shape this like a topiary.
But I think the original hipsters had goatees.
Okay.
Maynard
G. Krebs.
Yes.
Adobe Gillis. Yes.
Oh, you're speaking Tom's language.
Yeah,
your
Nick at
beatniks, your hipsters.
We met Maynard. We bowled with him.
Bob Denver. Yeah.
Bob Denver,
have
yeah.
to shut up
He
about
was
this.
higher than hell.
Oh, no.
Oh, he lived in West Virginia. And he was a big
Did he
pot
still
guy.
have the hat? Did he wear the hat?
He did when I met him. He had the Gilligan hat, and I asked him if I could try it on, and he just flat out said no.
Well, I bet underneath it wasn't great.
Oh, okay.
I bet underneath that.
That's just...
I know, and then I realized, I could easily run off with it.
Sure,
or
he's
whatever.
not going to let you do
Right.
that.
I think I could have beat up Bob Denver there.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, near the end.
Little trivia.
Is that what you do when you meet a
question.
celebrity? Go, I bet I could beat him up.
I bet I could beat him up.
I bet I could beat that guy
Little
up.
trivia for you, Johnny.
Okay.
This will kind of reference one of your very fine lines earlier this morning.
Sure.
Do you know it was Maynard G. Krebs, and do you know what the G stood for?
I know this show, but what did it stand for?
Walter.
Did it really?
Yeah, that's the.
That's the kind of comedy they were doling out.
Maybe that
each and every
that
week.
seeped into my consciousness when I was writing my
parallel development.
On Toby
That is
Gillis.
entirely yours, Mr. Baxter.
Stole from
Time now.
Time now for Today in History. None of which as far back as when Dobie Gillis was on the air.
That's true.
Yeah, jeez.
First one, 1963. Bob Dylan walked off the set of the Ed Sullivan Show.
Wow.
They weren't going to let him sing the song he wanted to sing, so I said, "See ya."
What song was it?
Well, saving the world.
Hey.
What song was it? Nobody knows the song?
It was the song "The Talkin' John Birch Paranoid Blues."
Well, no wonder.
Everybody remembers that.
Sure.
There's a lot of words in it, that kind of thing. How about this? 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience releases the classic album "Are You Experienced?"
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like this history. This is better.
I was
than
not experienced, by the way.
No, you weren't.
67?
No.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
You know what? I'm
being
still
into-
not.
Yeah.
Being into Hendrix early on.
I loved Hendrix. I just wasn't experienced in general. Great band.
Dude, you watch that Woodstock stuff, and you forget that since it was Monday at like 9 a.m. or whatever, there are about, 45 people watching him? Like, everybody left.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Here's one you'll love. 1994, Pulp Fiction premieres at the Cannes Film Festival. So
Never seen it.
I don't think you'd like it. Blood.
I've seen the dance scene. That's about
No,
it.
you'd like it. It's
You wouldn't.
She'd hate it.
She'd
I'd
hate
hate
it.
it.
She'd absolutely hate it.
There's a whole thing
bloody.
about was it about what, quarter pounders? Wait a minute. It's about
the Royale with cheese.
This is one of those movies where
Every guy knows every word.
you will keep asking during the movie. Well, didn't this already happen? I don't understand. Why is this out of?
Yes. Yeah, you won't hate it as much as the person watching it with you will.
only because you're talking to them. Happy birthday.
Well, they shot him. Why is he back?
Florence Nightingale.
No, it's Florence. Oh, what a nightingale.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what a nightingale.
Way back in 1820.
She helped a lot of people.
She was a nurse, right?
Yes, of course. 1907, Katharine Hepburn. Happy birthday. Not your favorite Hepburn, right?
Her sister.
More of an Audrey.
You like Audrey?
Oh, yeah.
Is she your go-to?
Half woman, half giraffe.
Apparently they didn't get along, even though they were sisters.
They weren't
They were not
sisters.
1925, the great Yogi Berra.
Read a book, Josh.
Famous for his lines like
All right, boo-boo.
You can observe a lot by just watching.
Right.
One of Yogi's great. Yogi
When you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
That really was. He had one thing: baseball. That was it. Yeah,
brilliant.
Didn't really know how words.
George Carlin, the great George Carlin. Happy birthday, born in 19.
Saw him live. He was great.
Was he a comedian?
Yeah, I was a kid.
He had the great line,
With the
America.
Kiva Auditorium.
He had the great line, America, where anyone can become president, and that's the problem.
And we proved that.
Many times. Thank you very much. Time now to review.
Time now for things we learned today on the show. The NFL schedule for 2023 is out, and Tom wanted to know everything about it. And when we started to talk about it, he told us to shut up.
You should.
Christy is afraid the cars on the car carrier could fall off when she's out on the highway and she sees one.
I always get to the side of it.
What's keeping the
they're gonna
cars
roll
on
backwards.
the car carrier?
But remember, they're
Chains?
going the same speed you are. So if they fall off, they're
Well,
going to
boats have fallen off, I've heard.
Yeah, but they're in park. So they're just going to
They're going to
stop dead.
They're going to stop after a little bit of time.
Strong points.
Wait a second, I never thought about that.
Tom got in a quick nap today prior to the show starting,
that
and
was
woke
great.
up on the wrong side of the couch.
Yeah.
And we all suffered for it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was not fun.
Sure, the Topo Gigio walked off the Ed Sullivan Show.
Did he? What was he upset about?
Ed groped him.
He wanted to do the Bob Dylan song.
No, somebody had his hand up his ass, and he did not have it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pat Godwin had date night last night, evidently.
Yeah, so he's walking around with a smile on
I
his
call
face.
it douche night. Douche.
Didn't tell us where he completed.
Oh.
He didn't.
It's none of your business.
I'm not going to come in for the next couple days. Thank you.
I'm going to guess the belly.
Thank you very much. This is all very effective. Is that it?
Yeah.
You done? Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.